as I restart the recording, because this is going to go up on YouTube, this is Trovo exclusive. So if you guys want to catch the action live, you can do so at trovo.live/BobbyPlays. But yeah, we are hopping into the quarterfinals tonight. It'll be semifinals on Thursday, and next Tuesday we'll have the actual finals. So a little bit more of a build-up, make things extra spicy. The replays will be on the YouTubes, and the lives will be on trovo.live/BobbyPlays. Like I said, guys, Day's not here. This is my first time solo casting in Lord knows how long, but the me being muted thing, like, that's not a new thing. You know, you guys are used to me being muted at the start of a broadcast. Our first matchup, I think, is a best of 3. Yes, it looks like it's a best of 3 because that is what is on the best of 3 screen. As you guys can see right here, we do have DST versus Upper Echelon. I didn't get to cast any Mobile Mayhem last week because I was not feeling good at all. First, we had the COVID, then we had the food poisoning. Those two together, nasty 1-2 punch. But as you can see, we do have DST and Upper Echelon making their way into the playoffs. I was looking at the brackets. I'm kind of like really surprised Explicit didn't make it, and also at the same time, I said way Lord knows how long ago, before they even started losing, I don't know if Explicit's gonna make it to the playoffs. And if you had asked me like a week after that, I was like, yeah, of course they're gonna make it. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020. It's DST versus Upper Echelon for our first matchup. It's going to be Standoff Hardpoint for game number 1, with DST banning Hardpoint on Summit. Upper Echelon bans Domination on Takeoff, so that means map 2 is going to be Raid, Search, and Destroy. And game number 3 is going to be Standoff Domination. So definitely, there's a lot of standoff in there. That's my main breakdown of that map pool. Is if we go to a game 3, this is gonna be short. It's best of 5. Then why are their names on the best of 3 screen? All right, that makes a lot. Like a best of 5 series or a best of 3 series, 2 best of 3 series gonna go by real quick. That makes more sense. It does. It does make more sense. So the first 3 maps were correct, but we got 2 more maps after that, assuming that we need them. Firing range, Hardpoint for game number 4, and Takeoff, Search, and Destroy if we go to a game 5. Obviously, we do not have any type of weapon bans, anything else. Everybody's in here. Everybody's ready up except for Legacy. So it looks like Solo Cast Bobby is in action for the first time in a very, very long time. I need you guys to give me your mojo in chat. I will show you guys the full schedule. Cygnus versus NYSL Mayhem, as Mayhem does sneak their way into that, I believe, number 6 spot. I wasn't 100% paying attention to the standing. You know what? Let me just pull up the standings. This is honestly for my sake as much as it is for yours. Yes, they beat Explicit. It was a 2-1. Had Explicit won that matchup, Explicit would be sitting in 6th place. But now we got Mayhem making it top 6, so they're going to be coming at you guys later on tonight. We're just waiting for Legacy to ready up, and we should be good to go. You guys will have to allow me a couple breaks in my speaking. If I try to talk nonstop for 2.5 hours straight, I will most certainly die. So thank you guys for your patience. I'll read some comments while we wait for the players to ready up. Playoffs best of 5 now. Yes. Why can't hear Bobby? You can't hear Bobby? I don't understand the question. DST, breaking down DST versus Upper Echelon. Obviously, DST has been like dominating the LATAM circuit, just absolutely running things down there. So with that in mind, I feel like you got to give the edge to them. Obviously, they got the better record than Upper Echelon, who sitting there right next to Mayhem, and we know that they've got a lot of talent, maybe haven't been able to execute. I know Mayhem's been doing a lot better in LATAM than they have in NA as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform going up against Cygnus. For DST, we don't know quite as much about them, especially for people that have been watching North America for longer, because they are mainly LATAM players. Obviously, a lot of this upper echelon roster, for those of you who aren't familiar, is pretty much ARP from last year, with the addition of DeWar, who I believe is veteran, and also the addition of Legacy, who is the former manager for NYSLM. We got, what's his name? Mago, I believe, moved on. I think Mago and Zia both moved on to Apex, now that I think about it. So that's the location of the other two players, but I think we're about ready to go for game number 1. It's going to be Standoff Hardpoint. Let's get it popping. And I'm still solo casting. No tribe today. That is correct. You guys will have to be a little bit patient off the start. Typically, guys, it's all good. You know, I'm fully capable of solo casting. Oh, we're already into the action right here. How do I do play-by-play and color commentary at the same time? This is gonna be really fun. Jesus can save you. Picks up one right there. No surprise. Let's see, we got a whole lot of MAC 10s in play. Pretty common to see, especially on a map like Standoff. Nice, tight, and packed in. Keep in mind, there are rumors from leakers that we are going to be getting a MAC 10 nerf in the upcoming season. So hopefully that, along with the persistence nerf, should make things pretty enjoyable next season. Jesus can save you. Able to save at least one teammate right there, as we do have upper echelon off to a hot start. I said coming into this, I'd probably give the edge to DST, but that being said, I don't know that I can think of really any of the head-to-head matchups between these two teams throughout the season so far. And right now we are going to see DST pick up a little scrap time, but they're not super focused on those rotations out to P2, and that's going to allow upper echelon to go ahead and lock things down, at least initially. You got Pengy and Jesus on the inside. Pengy's going to drop, make it actually Legacy on the inside of the hard point. Trophies down. Upper echelon in control. A little bit of wallbang damage, but not enough to take him out right there. And the pressure is there. Aramis and be able to find one as he immediately gets the break on into the hard point. And not really any reinforcements for upper echelon. It's going to be Veteran and Legacy, the only people in position to make a play right here. And they're able to do so pretty much immediately. So very back and forth off the start. Legends not going to be able to find one there, and that's going to allow upper echelon to continue to build on that lead. Taking a look at the KDs, I mean, they're all in the positive, so that's always going to be a good sign. Munyoping not really able to find much so far. He's only got 1 kill on the board, and just some awkward positioning on that gunfight. Not going to work things in his favor. It is going to be DST rotated early, but Legacy, the instant break on Intac 5 comes to his use. And man, oh man, is upper echelon off to a hot start right here.
Hardpoint lost. We've called in a lightning storm.
Ooh, the red sprite purifier. I might have to get that sucker. That thing is an absolute beauty. Both players drop as purifier damage does the rest of what is needed, and now both teams vying for that hard point control. It's going to be upper echelon hopping on again, and it seems like DST still trying to get a grip and maybe a little bit of momentum to carry them through in this matchup. They're going to get taken out on the inside of stairs as well, so once again, the break attempt not getting any type of progress. The MAC 10s on the inside of the hard point not going to be easy to take out, and it is going to be a big feed for DST right there. More than likely, that's going to have the main purpose of setting them up on that rotation to B4, which they need desperately to get a full 60 on. They find themselves down nearly 90 points right now, and Lucifer looking to get pushed out. Not going to be able to find Pengy there. And now he's the player trying to make the break, able to find one. He's on a 2 spree. This is not going to be an easy break to make. Legend's going to take a little bit of damage right there, but 3 in the feed's a good sign for DST. Legend takes himself out right there. I don't know if that was an operator or something else, but now the operators coming in from the opposite side as well. Jesus can save you, able to find one, make it two. Legend's gonna look to push in from the opposite side, but long angles are the key when it comes to the Annihilator. Jesus can save you now sitting on 14 and 10. Looking pretty solid and not anything near close to a full 60 for DST right here. And the Mag-10s continue to dominate. I don't think did I know that was a hop-up spot? That's actually very, very useful. The lead's now built out to 100. Dwar's gonna find a two-piece right there, and obviously no surprise, DST looking for that P1 control. It looks like they've got a couple pushed out, but only Legend is there. He's gonna get shut down. Ovi shoot, pushing from the other side. Legacy gets the information that he's in here, but he's gonna get beamed from across mid, and right now Ovi shoot's teammates doing the majority of the work, even with him being the one player on the hard point. To be able to find one before a nade takes him out right there, and just like that, upper echelon back in control. As I say that, they get broken immediately. This is Call of Duty Mobile, you know? When the spawns work like this, you can't expect for there to be any semblance of hardpoint control for more than maybe 5 seconds at a time, unless you have god tier map control, and neither team has really had that so far. It is upper echelon still moving upwards. Dwar, veteran, gonna be able to find another right there, and they're really having an easy time with this. And surprisingly enough, they're barely winning the KD battle. You got Pengi at +7, but 2 players negative, and veteran and Pepe just can save you, and Legacy doing all right, but they're just handling this with such ease. You would have thought the scoreboard might be a little bit more lopsided. Now you are seeing DST starting to flip things around a little bit. Couple solid feeds gonna earn them some big hard point time over here in P2. Munyoping. I don't. Somebody tell me in the comments how that's supposed to be pronounced, because I legitimately just do not know. But he's gonna be able to get another one there onto gas station, and they're starting to claw their way back into this. Maybe just a couple lucky gunfights going the way they hadn't previously. Pengi on the back side can be able to find 2, gets the break by himself. It's still a sizable lead. It's not the 100-point lead that we saw off the start, but a 60-point lead, definitely workable if you are upper echelon. Trying to hit that spray is crazy with the Mag-10. I just personally wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend attempting it, because if anything, you're probably just going to give away information, but to each their own. A little bit of info, a little bit of damage, getting a kill there for Pengi. Lots of wall bang bullets. Gonna look to push through another one, but he can't make the third happen. Lucifer, good timing for DST. Still gonna be able to hold down the hard point, and everybody on the rotation on in. He's trying to do everything he can to give them support from above. 2 more teammates gonna hop in to give some help here as well, and they're gonna hop out the window, and DST slowly but surely climbing their way back into this. This is eerily reminiscent of the, I believe it was upper echelon versus Zygnus matchup on firing range hardpoint. I believe upper echelon was up something like 180 to 25 or something like that, and Zygnus ended up winning the matchup. This team has had some difficulty holding on to leads in hardpoint matchups, and we're seeing it once again. That lead has dwindled all the way down to 10, and the pressure on to Jesus can save you to make the play right here. One player finally gonna push up. He's gonna be able to find one, looks to make it 2, not gonna be able to make it happen. That is the power of the Mag-10 immediately shut down, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, DST has found themselves in the lead for the first time this game. Yoping, wishing he hadn't shot quite as many sparrow shots. I'm gonna actually take himself out right there, but Legend there to reinforce. And right now, it's looking dicey for upper echelon. You got 4 people stacked inside the hard point. You're not breaking this anytime soon, unless you get a couple of operators that you can stack together. it's just not really going to happen right now. You got to work on those early rotations, and they're just not doing it. Veteran's the only player rotated out early right now. Another one going to get taken down. He's going to at least be able to lock down top grandma's right there, and it's going to be crucial. But now the cluster strike coming in, they're not going to be able to get any hard point time, at least for a little bit. Ovi should be taken out. Oh, no! Oh no, they're falling apart. Everybody hit. They tried to hop on the hard point in the middle of a cluster strike. I don't know what they're doing. Lucifer's gonna call in a lightning strike as well. And that 180 point, that 180 point mark, was it exactly 186? I gotta go back and watch. I gotta go back. Was it exactly 186 that they had against Cygnus 2? They're cursed. Upper echelon is cursed at the 180 point mark. What is happening? Oh my gosh. They just get to that point. They said, nah, it's my day off. It is my freaking day off. I don't want to be here anymore. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. You hate to see it. Obviously, it's not the end of a road, but giving up, once again, we always talk about it. Whenever you give up big leads like that, the bigger impact is honestly less the outcome of the game and a lot more the mental impact that it has. Like, oh my gosh, it's just got to be so frustrating building those leads, knowing that you're capable of taking down these teams, but not being able to close out the game. DST, absolutely clinical. And that's just a rough spot if you are upper echelon, having a very difficult time closing out these hardpoint matches. Next, we're going to move into the raid Search and Destroy. You got Jesus Can Save You. Phenomenal sniper. A force to be reckoned with. We'll see whether or not he can carry his team through. Definitely a streaky sniper, and we've seen some solid sniping performances. I can't remember. I feel like we saw Munyoping using the SKS in S&D, if I remember correctly. I can't actually remember who their sniper main is. You know what? Since I haven't solo cast in forever, I'm going to go tweet out, and you guys are all going to like and retweet that I'm solo casting. Solo casting for the first time in Lord knows how long. Everybody go like and retweet. Solo cast. I guess I should put at Mobile Mayhem. Right, guys? Yeah. Just about everybody is ready to go. Just about everybody ready to go. Just waiting for overshoot, and Jesus Can Save You. Going into this, I mean, once again, like, I feel like it's so much of it at this level of competition is a momentum thing, and in the matchups where we've seen teams blow those big leads, they just have such a difficult time coming through in the Search and Destroy. Man, oh man, that's tough to watch repeatedly, you know. That you obviously you got to give credit to DST, but it's just so difficult to not fixate on the fact that that happens over and over again for them. I don't know if it's a mental block for them. I don't know if it's overconfidence whenever they build the leads. Like, I don't know what it is, but they gotta find a way to close out those games. Oh, I see Verdict typing in NA broadcast. Is he gonna come cast with me? That would be poggers. Yes, he is gonna cast with me. Tell Bobby to like and retweet my solo cast tweet I sent out as well. Is that the cost of getting him to cast with me? LOL. The war, ready up! Good lord. Thank you. Fine, verdict. I'll like and retweet your tweet. All right. Let's get it, dude. I don't think I even closed that. Or maybe I did close that out. I don't even remember. Okay. I feel like Jesus Can Save You is going to be the X Factor. Guy we got to watch out for. Oh, he gets information right there. Nade. Hello? Okay, I guess the nade wasn't as close as the map made it seem like it was. What happened today? Oh, we don't know. I would assume still working, but tough to say. Ooh, timing! Oh, timing. Yeah, Munyope is still rocking the SKS. That's it's so unique, but he makes it work, you know? Well, 2v1 right here. Bombs down, legacy for the retake. Ooh, the Koshka, the new legendary skin. See if he can make something happen right here. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Koshka use, but he misses the shot. That was his opportunity, and more than likely, that's gonna end up costing him. He just doesn't have time. I think Legend saw him right there. Hello? You hear him trying to shoot you? Hello? Thank you, Munyoping. He'll be able to close that one out. And it is going to be DST taking round one. Does seem the momentum carrying through as expected. Aramis. 3 kills in round one right there. Let me guess. Make 10? Yeah? Oh, he's got Tactician smokes. Interesting. Oh, gonna smoke off those nade spots. I like it. Oh, shocker. Mac 10. I never would have guessed, except I literally just did. Pengy's gonna rotate at a bad time, but he wins the gunfight anyway. Oh, that was clean. Veteran gonna be able to find 2 as well. And now pressure on for Ovi Shoot. Lucifer has literally 1 HP. He's gonna get taken down. Ovi Shoot able to get 1 right there. It's Veteran and Pepe that he still has to deal with. Oh yeah, I forgot about the weapon cooldown. Okay, the Koshka and the contact nade are no longer on cooldown, so everybody is allowed to use them. Everyone type yay. Ovi shoot. Whoop. Ovi shoot. Ovi shoot. Make 10. Ooh, this timing could be right. Pepe's right there. Pepe's right there. Able to find 1. Could make it a 1v2. Veteran's not gonna peek topside, I don't think. Oh, you get the Mag 10 out at the wrong time. How are you alive? Veteran's not gonna reach out right there. He had such a big advantage. I feel like anyway. Oh, and he's not gonna make him pay. Oh, Veteran able to clutch up right there to bring it to a 1v1, but that was close. All right. Well, upper echelon bounces back. Pengy way down low. Ovishoot doesn't realize. Not looking left. He's gonna pay for that one for sure. Pengy finds kill number 3 to throw on the board. Oh, Lucifer. Aramis slides. Oh my gosh. A little peeker's advantage will do you wonders right there. Upper echelon, man advantage once again. Lucifer bomb in hand, but teammates are not anywhere near him. It's going to be difficult for him to get out of this spot. And right now, upper echelon content to continue playing defense. They've got their map control, their information, and I think Legend's trying to hit a wall bang maybe. Not entirely sure what's happening right there. Nobody going to be peeking over top of that heady. And now a little bit more pressure moving over toward the B site. We could potentially see a wrap come through. That'd be way less than ideal for DST. And we still got Veteran right on the backside. Not in a place where anybody can get information, with the exception of him, of course. So he sees the shots still coming through. They know that the pressure's still over on the A side, and now it's going to be Jesus can save you moving in, but Legend able to find the opener. That moves it to a 3v3. Pepe's up above. If he slides the corner at the right time, he's going to be able to find the kill, and he does. Lucifer finds one as well, and now a 2v2. Bomb going down actually over at the B site. It's actually going to be Lucifer sneaking it over there. He's able to make his way up into top Grandma's. They're going to go ahead and peek. Legacy, top of his head, peeks out, but he's not going to be spotted. At least not enough to get the kill. Pepe's now up there with Legacy, and Legend's got to clutch up. Sniper in hand. Definitely a workable play, but that first missed shot going to cost him big time. Legacy makes him pay. Back-to-back rounds for upper echelon. And starting to look like they might be able to bounce back from that tough loss, but this is another one where you got to be able to close it out. I thought Lucifer was a hacker. Is that a different Lucifer? Yes. That was a guy that was in Devilish's clan like years ago. Literally, I think it was actually literal years ago. I think it's been more than 2 years at this point. I could be wrong, but that was a really freaking long time ago. Whoa! I wish I was watching Aramis right there. He's gonna find 2, OV shoot 1. Legacy able to trade. Oh, the net! Does Pepe have the angle? I don't think that he does. Trying so hard to just thread one bullet through right there, but it won't go. Legend finds him, and now all on the Legacy. First shot does not go. He's not peeking. 2 players over on the Bull side and no real options. Now he's got options. He's able to hit 1 snipe right there. Is Aramis gonna peek? That's the question. Oh, the spot not quite lined up in the crosshair. And DST gonna tie things back up at 2-2.
Defend the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
Koshka back out. Gets the information on the cross right there, but can't hit the shot. Ovi shoot. Crosses through. Oh my gosh, had he managed to get the shots with a pistol onto a Make-10, would have been pretty impressive, but couldn't make it happen. Pepe finds 2, CBR in hand, 3v3. And the bomb is down, but so is Pepe. Legend able to find 1, Ovi shoot another, and now all on to Veteran. Takes 1 down in his pursuit of 1v3. Gonna go top basketball right here. Bomb the hands of Lucifer, and it seems like with that, more than likely he would have information on their location. They are gonna go for the plant over on B. He seems awfully confident in his ability to retake right here. He's gonna look across mid. Nobody spotted with the sniper in hand. I'm assuming in his back pocket, he's probably got a Mag-10 sitting there as well, and not a whole lot of time to keep wandering around. This is you see this situation a lot, like players just taking their time, making sure they check all the corners. Like, you don't have time to do that. There's 16 seconds left, and you got to kill 2 people. That makes it easy for them to spot you out on the opposite side, and the 1v3 was not meant to be. DST back in the lead. Wow, that was a whole lot of ease. Good freaking lord. Nibs, you can tell Verdict he can join now. My voice is already starting to get tired. He doesn't have to join now, but I just give him the option. Verdict, I know you can hear me. You can talk if you want.
Haha, how's it going, buddy?
It's
Look,
going
look,
good.
I
How are you?
swear, I casted 2 best of 5s earlier, and I haven't said a word since, bro.
Yeah, I do not envy you even a little bit.
Yeah. The struggles, they're real, bro.
Yeah, I'm like a game and a half in. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna not cast for a second and let the game play out a little bit.
Oh boy. Quarterfinals are so solid so far.
Yep, they've been good. Right now we got DST versus Upper Echelon. A 2v1 right now, 1v1 right now. OV shoot versus veteran. Anytime you're pre-ADS with a Mag-10, it's pretty much guaranteed you win the gunfight. DST, now 2 rounds in the lead. Oh, you're not in the lobby. Okay, well, silly me. You're good. You can mute till
I'm
next
listening
time.
to your beautiful voice. Yeah.
All right, Pengy. Bomb in hand. They're going with a full send over onto A. Trophy's gonna get destroyed by the nade. Aramis on the inside of Cubby. I think they know he's in there. One's gonna go down. Oh, little 180 the opposite direction. Pepe's gonna clean up the rest of it. 3v3. Nades. Moon yoping up the top side. Still rocking the SKS. He hasn't had a whole lot of success with it. Once again, the SKS, not really a super S&D conducive weapon. Like, obviously it is good, but it's a lot more effective in the respawns just because it's not about those split-second reactions. Most of the time you want either a bolt action sniper or an insta-kill SMG like the Mag-10. So DST has turned this around big time, and once again exposing the difficulties for Upper Echelon, just not really closing games out well. 100-point lead in hardpoint down the drain. They got 2 rounds in a row in the S&D. Looked like they were finally going to turn things around. Now it's 5-2, and they got to win this round to stay alive. Veteran's going to be able to push through right there. The opener going to be big and definitely a much different push from what we typically see out of Upper Echelon, as they pretty much full send the entire team through mid right there. He's get info on Aramis over on poolside as well. Honestly, if they had anybody that didn't have a Mag-10, they'd probably be in a fantastic spot to take him out. Pepe might be able to do so. Has there always been glass coming out of that character's arm? I've totally never realized that before. That is simultaneously very morbid and also very, very cool. I mean, he's a zombie, so I'd never realized that. I don't think I've ever used that character skin, but that's pretty freaking sick. As Upper Echelon, once again, just gets absolutely picked apart on the retake. I don't think they won a single gunfight after the bomb went down. And DST absolutely manhandling them after round number 3. They finished the game with a 6-2 win and 1 game away from closing things out in 3-0 fashion.
Echelon kind of bite the dust right now, man. They had a huge lead in the hard point. The Search and Destroy is supposed to be a game mode that they're supposed to be solid on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're in shambles right now. Who's playing right now? I was looking at it on the ride home. I was kind of trying to multitask there, but wife was holding the phone, obviously. But
right now,
is Snipes in the lobby?
No. So this is mostly ARP, and then they added Veteran and Legacy. Oh my gosh. So we talked about Jesus Can Save You being an X Factor in the S&D. He had 1 kill. That is not going to make the cut when your X Factor has 1 kill. That just can't happen. Gotta get more. Yeah, they so they're the team that was beating Cygnus 120 or 180 to 25, and then they still ended up losing in hardpoint. So
that was on firing range too. I remember that.
Yeah, they've had a very difficult time closing out games so far this year.
Well, that's not good. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, and right now it's now or never. It's make or break. Got to turn it around here, and it's a domination firing range to kind of set the tone. Gonna be looking at the big guns. You got to look at Pingy, Jesus, and Pepe. Why? Because they've been in situations like this. They have Been to stage 5. They finished second, for Christ's sakes. They know what it takes to win.
That's why
All right?
it's so crazy to me that this team has such a hard time at even against, like, not even to necessarily call them middle of the road teams, but like relative to stage 5 competition, they might as well be. Just not they just I feel like it's a chemistry thing, and they haven't really been able to find their footing so far in the chemistry. So maybe that means they find a different roster. To be honest, Jesus has been one of their weakest links throughout the season, and previously he was arguably the best player on the roster. So maybe he needs something different. I don't know what it is, but I would love to see them turn it around here as we get ready to hop into the standoff domination. It's got to be something different from what we saw in the hard point and the S&D for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely going to be looking at those 3 in particular. I mean, you could take a great player and toss them in a lobby and on a roster with players like this, and you could see what happens. And we've seen it all season long right here. Obviously, they haven't gotten the results that they need, but at the same time, you know, those kind of players, they don't necessarily, you know, even though they are top frags and others, if they don't fit on a roster like this, got to make something happen. I know Legacy, I don't think he's on this roster completely. I think he was a sub initially. Is that right?
He's been starting for them most of the season. He's been on a couple different rosters. Like, he's been on 11T. I think he was on Op 34 at one point. Like, he's bounced around to a couple different rosters. So he's definitely been like a mainstay for them so far this season. But once again, they just really lack the consistency that we would have expected out of them. And right off the bat, we see DST getting the B cap, and that's just never a good sign.
No, it's not. And here comes the pressure. It's all in the spawn sites. That's going to be one player in Ovi shoot. He's looking for the cap there. 3 players pushing up, though. Good thing they were able to recover. But, I mean, damage done already. The B cap, the momentum, everything is going in DST's favor. It's only a matter of time to see, you know, if Upper Echelon's going to wake up, because right now it's been a nightmare for them these past 2 games. Obviously, make a break for it. They're trying to get the progress on B right now, but, again, it's all DST in the feed for a majority. Jesus finally picking the slack, though. Maybe this is the moment where they turn things around.
Yeah, he's sitting on 5 and 2 right now, so definitely, I mean, he's already got 5 times the kills that he had last game, but oh man, when you see a Mag 10 come flying through the doorway, all you can do is hope and pray that they miss a couple of shots. Did not miss any right there, and it's going to be DST maintaining that B control. Munyoping only 1 kill on the board, but the map control going to be the main purpose of that SKS. As long as there's nobody coming through the middle, getting that B control, he's doing his job and doing it well. Right now, he's going to be able to hold things down and allow DST to continue to stack on that lead.
Yeah, Upper Echelon's got to do something about this Cubby tractor site. I mean, you're talking about getting that mid lane control right now. It's all battle on the right side of the map. You can take a look at it. Finally able to take down the player on tractor. There's been multiples in the vicinity the entire time, and as long as you can't deal with that, there's no way you're going to get any kind of traction on B. Right here is, you can see the spawn pressure right back in, the triple cap looking like it might be a factor. It gets shut down. Veteran able to close the ends, but man, when you're just hanging on by a thread and barely able to keep your home flag, there's no way you're going to get any kind of momentum rolling to our B cap.
Yeah,
there goes the kills.
I mean, right now, they just simply have no map control. Like, they're struggling and struggling and struggling just to get Munyoping out of that top market control. And they're so focused on that they have no time to actually worry about getting the B cap. So, you got, once again, players non-stop pushing out. When you got that many players running the Mag 10, they can get all the way across the map in a blink of an eye, and can typically allow you to clear off B pretty quickly as well, which is why it's so important to get that initial B control, because once it's in play, it's really difficult to get back. You can see so much progress, but not gonna matter. Veteran gonna slide through right there and try to maybe get a couple of ticks, able to find 1 kill, but if you can't get the top market cleared out right there, you're not gonna be able to make anything of it. They finally do get that cleared out. So close to locking it down, but even if they do, it's so close to the end of the half that it's hard to say whether or not it'll be able to make any type of a difference anyway.
And you're looking at possibly a 50-point, at least right around the 48, 49-point deficit that you're going to have to overcome to the second half. And I mean, it's just a game 3 where you're facing elimination, and right now you're struggling to get any kind of mid lane control, any kind of outskirts control. It has been primarily DST continuing where they started off on that comeback in the hard point. They've got the momentum, they've got the power, they can close it out here.
I would be very surprised if they did not. Munyoping gonna go ahead and stay home. He's actually got the kilo out, so switching things up. The SKS didn't really seem to be failing him, but obviously the kilo, another great option for holding down those long angles. And honestly, for them, they don't really have to worry about playing offense. They gotta play defense, and they didn't do it very well right there, as they instantly give up B control to the opposite side. Unfortunately for upper echelon, that purifier gonna get taken out of the hands of Legacy, so that operator usage gonna be one of those things that you're primarily looking at for teams that are able to capitalize big time in these respawns. Probably wishing he could have that one back right now, and that's gonna be a big, absolutely must-have start for upper echelon.
And here comes the bleed, and it continues on. It's gonna be Jesus dropping his Annihilator, and operators being wasted, burned left and right. The good thing is they've maintained the map control. They've got C, they've got B. They have pressure on the farm, or not the farm, but the tractor portion of the map. As soon as I say that, there goes Aramis is going to be able to take out one. Jesus looking for the refrag, is going to be able to shut it down. You can control this lane. You pretty much control a little bit of that traffic that comes through from the spawns, and it makes it that much more difficult for a DST, but they're not scared to hop the point. Ovi's going to pull out the Purifier. He's looking for the push through Grannies, but look at that. He gets the spawn flip, and someone's spawning gas. It's not a good play, but here it goes. They're going to make it pay anyways. They're going to get the B cap. No! Okay, upper echelon, we see you. The comeback might be a reality.
Yeah, they're doing everything that they need to. They definitely got to get that B progress cleared off. Veteran's going to go ahead, hop through right there. Able to find one. Legend over top of the hay bale. Shots connect. They get the majority of the progress off. Aramis trying to take some of that courtyard control right here. He's going to be able to... Oh, he's on a 4 spree right now. If he can get a pred here, it could be big, and maybe even stack some more. He's going to be able to get kill number 5. I believe one more kill should give him that first streak, and I don't think it did. Maybe a couple points off right there, but knocking him off that streak going to be huge for upper echelon. And that lead continues to dwindle. The one thing you got to keep in mind is whether or not time could potentially be an issue, especially with how close it looks like this one's going to play out. We do have to keep an eye on the clock, but in both halves, B got captured relatively quickly. So for the time being, main thing we got to keep an eye on is that triple cap territory.
And you can see it here, the triple cap actually looking like it might have came through for upper echelon. The fight is still strong in this team. They've maintained B, they maintained C, they've put a lot of pressure on DST, and right now we're starting to see this game unfold, and we're starting to see a little bit of a rejuvenated, refreshed upper echelon squad. As god-awful as that logo looks, man, the team certainly deserves better, right? Well, they're going to get it right here if they can get this game 3. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, I've been bashing that thing ever since the beginning of the season. These guys, I love watching them play. And to see them at a 3-0 potential in game number 3, I can't believe it. I can't accept it. And there goes the split caps. Oh,
that could be huge. Obviously, you're more than likely not going to be able to maintain that AC, but most of the time that's going to force the opposing team to put some pressure one way or another. Maybe weaken the pressure over on B, but they're able to get C locked down. Aramis going to get a tiny bit of progress over there, so they're about halfway. But it's getting close to the point where we see that flip, and time is most definitely going to be a factor. Both teams still 40 points away from winning and only a minute left. Legend's gonna pull out the Annihilator, and he needs to go big right here. That's gonna be a death machine gone. Legacy forced to move back to tractor. Jesus can save, looking to get pushed up. He's getting taken out as well. B, so freaking low. Legends trying to clear it off. He gets the kills, but they don't get the control. That's what they need right now. We got Veteran with the Pred missile coming through. I think upper echelon Echelon might have been able to hold him off, especially if Jesus can get the Annihilator plays. He gets one. I don't know if there's enough time. He gets two, and that should be enough to lock down the win for Upper Echelon.
That should do it right there. The B-cap going to be halted again, ladies and gentlemen. We are game 4 bound. Upper Echelon, they're trying to buckle up. Maybe they're practicing the reverse sweeps. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've seen the gameplay to reflect the confidence that it would take to practice the reverse sweep. But in this instance, I guess they could stay alive for a game 4 opportunity.
You know what? It's quarterfinals. Nobody wanted to see a 3-0. I'm happy with it. Upper Echelon.
We got one of them in EU today, bro. It was brutal.
Oof. It's that was a I didn't know if I was gonna let myself believe in Upper Echelon right there. There's just been so many times this season it looked like they had a lockdown, couldn't close it out, but they did it right there. That was an absolute beauty of a second half. A great example of why I'm happy that Domination is no longer going to be in the actual competitive map pool, because it's so one-sided toward the team that gets that initial B control. But congratulations to Upper Echelon. You live to see another game. We'll see if they can make something happen here in the hard point, where they once again they looked strong earlier, but were not able to close the game out.
All right, well, hard point second time around. You said it was firing range. Are we going to see Devastation strike twice again on this map? You mentioned the Zygnus Upper Echelon matchup where they literally had like a 160-point advantage, blew it out the window or out wood or wherever the point started, where the comeback was real for Zygnus. Is DST going to be able to close and pull the trigger out here, though? That's the question. DST, I gotta say, they have been a strong team all season long. I've watched them since they're up 34 days, back when they were in qualifiers. This team has grown just to a level that I couldn't have expected. At one point, they were number 1 in the LATAM runnings. Right here, they finished with a solid, respectable 4th place finish, if I'm not mistaken. They're looking pretty solid, right? They should be able to theoretically close this one out.
I would anticipate. Did they not finish number 1 in the last time? I don't know. I know the last time I casted, they were number 1 in the standings, but I don't know how things finished there, so I wasn't 100% positive.
I think I heard that they got 3-0'd in the quarterfinals, which if they finished number 1, how are you playing in the quarterfinals for 1? And how does that work?
They must have dropped down a little bit.
That's strange. At any rate, yeah.
Well, this is their shot at redemption. We're getting ready to hop into. Oh no, we're having PTSD flashbacks for Upper Echelon right now as we hop into the firing range hardpoint. Oh dear. That's. I mean, on the one hand, you were. On the one hand, you had a 160-point lead against Zygnus, so you know how to play the map. But on the other hand, I don't know if you can play through this thing all the way without just absolutely crumpling up into a ball and calling for your mother. Kill goes through on both sides off the start right there, and no initial hardpoint control. Couple seconds in for DST, but the main battle going to be for the map control. Nobody top 10 right now. Veteran's going to win a big gunfight right there. Major assist there as well. Nobody shooting through those trailer walls. Lucifer going to peek through for a second, but some surprisingly easy hardpoint time going in right here for Upper Echelon.
Yeah, you can see DST, their focus, as they had the good side of the spawns to start off with. Put a point or two on the hill, not too much of a focus, right? Don't overextend. Well, it does look like Upper Echelon are going to be able to overextend themselves, put themselves in a point, maybe getting ready for a flip right here. You can see Veteran wins a big gunfight on the backside of Armory. Munyo Ping looking to shut down the Pest. That's trying to get the flip. He's going to be taken down. Everything's starting to look good and promising. They've got control all over the CT side of the map. And DST are going to be down by 6 going into P number 2, but with P2 opening up, this is going to be the decision maker. Is Upper Echelon going to be able to hold the objective? They only have 2 players left. The cavalry's coming. It is going to be in the form of Veteran on the front side. He's going to go ahead and make his way back in. P2's opened up 10 seconds in. No contest from DST.
Jesus can save. He's got that doorway absolutely locked right now. Nobody getting anywhere close. And once again, that upper echelon looking clinical. It's just so difficult for me to be confident in any type of a hardpoint lead that they have anymore, especially on this map. But they look really good right now. Absolutely clamping the map control. DST has no interest in even trying to break right here, and you can see everybody already rotated out early on into trailer. Jesus can save. He's already got a pred missile to work with if he wants it, and that could be crucial for a break over onto P2 as the teammates start to look for the push on in. It's Pepe peeking through those corners of the doorway, but 3 players on the inside, not going to be easy to take out. Legacy drops as well, and the trailer control still looking pretty solid right here for DST.
Yeah, it is. You know, I got to commend DST. They cut their losses early. They go ahead and opt to set up new and trailer site. One thing that's huge about that is Jesus had a Predator missile. He burned it already. But you continue to feed on that push into P2. Your opponent gets streaks. That could have been lightning strike. That could have been cluster. That could have been game-changing. Doesn't matter, though. The P3 break does come through. They push in 3s. And upper echelon, they are rallying up. Look at it right now. Is this kind of like the scoreline right before a disaster happened, though? I mean, we can't do too much because it's kind of sitting at the same point, right? 29 seconds in DST's favor, and right here, upper echelon going to easily get this 100-point marker.
Ooh, Jesus can save you was... Oh my god, he lost the Annihilator, but more importantly, I think he was 1 kill away from getting the cluster strike right there. So he's going to be able to get the lightning, but man, that would have been nice to have. If you are upper echelon, Legend's going to be able to capitalize on his operator. Waiting for Legacy to peak. Timing's not there. Oh my, what a god nade. That could not have been timed any better, and that's going to be huge for upper echelon. Once again, it looks like they're going to be able to get the early break right here. They do. Veteran's going to be the player pushing through this time, and Aramis on the backside, a little pincer move with Ovi shoot to get that control. It's still going to be contested, and they're actually going to get broken by Legacy solo. It's going to be pretty easy to take back, but DST once again just looking to chip away at this lead, and I can't speak for how similar it is to whenever they played Zygnus, but definitely a very similar scoreline to their first hardpoint game of the day.
And we're about 15 seconds away from this first P1 reset. Looking at it, it is going to be a 100-point advantage and more counting now, as scorecard looks pretty solid. 14-12 for Veteran, 17-15 for Pangy. Jesus has been on a little bit of a burner, but he's got to slow down. He's 11-6. On the flip side of things, you got a pretty big sea of negativity. Then you got 1 net neutral, but Munyo Ping picking up 2 right there on the backside of trailer. Now is the push towards the P1 site. You already see DST's focus. They want all, if anything, of this P1. They need anything they can get, and they are not afraid to stack this P1 hill.
Upper echelon's starting to make me believe. I don't know if I can let myself do it right now, but once again, they look really, really solid. Map control looks phenomenal. You got Veteran on the inside of trailer. Reinforcements on the way. Aramis gonna get beamed across the mid-map right there. It's all upper echelon in the feed. They look so good. It may very well end up not being a repeat of the Zygnus catastrophe, but I don't want to speak too terribly soon. Veteran gonna be able to pick up 1 with the pred missile right there. And my game is bugged. So, oh, there we go. Munyoping gonna be able to clear out the inside of P2. Sparrows come through, however, hands of Veteran, who's sitting at 24-12. My gosh, having himself a game.
Yeah, he's got the cluster. He's got the lightning. They can't blow this lead, right? You got plenty of utilities to use. You got plenty of score streaks to burn, and Veteran gets a god tier spawn. I literally was on board. Let's see where he spawns this time. He literally just spawned right there where he died at earlier. Doesn't get the Godsend this time around, but, you know, I don't think it's going to make a difference now as DST buckling up for a push. Armory site has been a big money hill. The profits are going to be reaped by the side of upper echelon, but here comes the push. It is going to be the Sparrow. Jesus yet again going to be knocked right off his Annihilator in 27 seconds on the point left. Break comes in. Are we starting to feel a little bit of those comeback vibes?
This is definitely this is the breaking point. If you're upper echelon, I think you learn a lot from a team about what they do when they're faced with this. They're getting beamed. They just got to find a way to close it out. Seems like the perfect opportunity to hop on into a listen-in with upper echelon.
Bottom wood, Jesus. Two bottom wood.
No, coming guys, coming.
Yeah, help.
Bottom wood, two bottom wood.
Three barrels, one mid.
Yeah, they're coming from mid. They're coming from mid.
Both barrels.
Middle.
One more middle. That's what I'm pointing. No, two long.
Too long. They're needing a trailer.
A one shot, dude. He's watching bathrooms.
One more. He's just one.
Hey, I'm right with you, bro.
Oh, there was two, bro. I got both of them. Shit.
Nice.
Just watch very long.
A-long, boys, A-long.
I hear it.
A-long.
I'm dead.
Nice, one more. Nice.
Legacy, please watch my middle, bro. I trust you.
I got one middle.
I'm watching barrels.
Elon one shot.
I got some barrels.
Bottom wood. I'm watching the cross. Bathroom, they're pushing.
I got you, Elon.
C-truck, two of them. Pushing middle door.
Got it. One, half, three of them.
A-long.
Hey, I spawned bathroom.
It's Legacy. Good shit, bro. I got you middle.
Hey, there's three.
Bottom wood.
I'm watching A-long.
Winning showers.
Bottom wood.
We have streaks.
I mean, the comm sounded pretty solid, pretty confident right there. 140-point lead. It's something we've seen disappear before, but with the way these teams are playing, I don't see that happening. Whenever he said, "Bro, Legacy, watch my barrels, I trust you," that I just felt that in my heart, you know.
I mean, I felt like I could do anything with that kind of trust, right? You know, you get the comms from the teammate. They got 100% faith in you. Right here, they got 100% faith in the break. Munyo pings the last one alive he's dealt with, but here comes the Aramis push. He's going to be able to find one, but that is it. The break, it looks like it's going to stick, and DST might be having to go to a Game 5 here on the banks of Upper Echelon with some God-tier closeout skills here. There is no chance at a comeback. Nobody in sight. Aramis trying to make the peak. The Super Soaker comes out from Legacy. The contest is there last second, but the kills come through, ladies and gentlemen. We're buckling up. Imagine casting this in a solo form, bro. No, mames. We're gonna see a Game 5 solo casting.
Oh, I would have been in pain, dude. Absolute pain, just trying to give it my all and not being able to. All right, I'm glad we've seen the bounce back right here, but the thing we gotta see, Jesus Can Save You has got to show up. We can't have any more breadsticks. You're the main sniper. You've been one of the top snipers in North America for a long time. You have got to show up if you want this to be your team and if you want to move on to the semifinals.
I mean, we need like Game 7 MJ form here from Jesus, right? You know, he needs to post that shrug. He needs to make it convincing. I mean, he started off strong. He ended strong here, 26 and 19. A minute and 59 seconds on the objective to go both ways there, the objective and the KD. And you got Legacy bringing home the bread with 2 minutes and 34 seconds, man. I gotta say, we've got ourselves a pretty solid quarterfinals considering the first two games. Upset in game 1. I don't know how to search or destroy when I was literally driving. I was trying to keep up, but it just wasn't panning out. Yeah. Good night. Okay.
Well, this is, I mean, if you're going to have Michael Jordan as your profile pick, then you got to close it out in Game 5. Like, there's just no way around it. If MJ was playing right now, dropping 40. Like, we need you.
Easy.
It's search and destroy, so you can't drop 40, but we need more than the breadstick.
2 breadsticks?
2 breadsticks would be fantastic.
I mean, it's got to be solid here. On a map like Takeoff, if he's sniping, he's got to be consistent. This is a huge map, but you don't all too often see this map be like a huge sniper map, right? You get a few picks here and there, but your primary gunnies are going to be your SMG players who are fighting in the trenches, who's going to be the demon on A to hold off that push, and then who's going to be watching the crossfire from that top side of B. So I think this is a great balanced map for Search and Destroy. It's a stadium reskin. Day hates it, I hate it, but it's kind of grown on me throughout the months we've been casting it. So this is it.
It's definitely grown on me, especially when they first introduced it. I think they introduced it for Masters. I was like, this is a competitive map. Who made this decision? But the hard point, I feel like the hard point's grown on me more than Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy, I can still kind of leave it, but that's what we've got here for game number 5 in our first matchup of the quarterfinals. So it is going to be upper echelon on the defense to get us started right here. Hopping over to the POV of our player to watch once again. Jesus can save you. Got to bring his A game right here if upper echelon's going to be able to pull off the reverse sweep.
Here he goes. He is not afraid to be aggressive. Look at him. He's got the bomb head glitch. Oh, Lucifer! The devil shot coming through, and it connects. Pepe's going to be able to get a quick revenge frag, but the 1-for-1s are in. Your player to watch is out. I gotta roll with Veteran, man. They're kind of playing the A side a little aggressively. You got Legacy right here holding the window seal. The focus though is on B, and Lucifer is on a tear right now. He finds another on Pingy. And here comes upper echelon, down by 1 player. Can they bounce back? Oh, that's your nade, Legacy.
His nades lately have been crazy. A couple just impeccable timings. I think the other one was last game, right? Didn't he nade somebody
off top wood with an annihilator in their hand?
Yeah, wow. I don't know if he's just keeps getting lucky or if he just has these angles down pat. Legend's right there. That's the easiest shot of your life. He's going to be able to find that too. Bomb goes down onto B. That's definitely an unusual plant there, as most of these teams will 95% of the time go to the A site. It's all going to be down to Legacy to clutch. He does have Mag 10 in hand. Is he going to check that left side? He's going to be dead. A hit marker. Oh, no. It's not a hit marker. It's Munyoping, who's dead set on using the SKS in Search and Destroy.
Well, he kind of rocked it right there. You got that little head glitch that Space uses to hold off pushes whenever you're making the rotation over the P3, right? You're trying to be like the surveyor of the lands. You're getting all the info. Sure enough, he gets a free kill from the backside. Legacy's going to drop. And this is a map that the defense reigns superior. Upper echelon dropping the ball in the first round. That's massive. Little unorthodox B plant comes through and it pans out. 2v2 pans out their way, and here comes the ensuing round. Overshoot kind of looking through the smoke, looking for anything through. Is going to be able to push through the fountain site. He's in a pretty questionable spot, but I don't think anybody is aware of his location. We'll see if he can make an impact. But Jesus, oh my. Lucifer just has Jesus' number. Is that like a sign? Should we not be catching?
All right, shut the stream off. Everybody, go say your prayers or something.
There we go. 10 Hail Marys.
Oh my gosh. DST finds 2 right there, and now it's on to Legacy and Veteran. This nade, if the timing's right, could find Munyoping, but I believe Trophy's going to be there to save him, and now the clock's ticking. Obi shoots laser, gonna peek over that corner, and he's gonna pay courtesy of Legacy. Unfortunately, it's gonna be Veteran dropping there, and now the 1v3. Not a whole lot to work with, as that Mag 10 is lethal up close, but trying to use it in the long range. Not gonna be easy. Not even gonna be able to capitalize onto Aramis right there, and that will most likely secure his fate, as Legend's gonna go ahead and put him out of his misery. DST takes the 2-0 lead to get us started.
2 rounds in a row, the stroke of genius, the creativity, the unorthodox B-side push. It pans out 2 times now. What's the play here? Are they gonna throw off upper echelon, go for an A-side push? It looks like the whole team is gonna be trying to focus Stadium a little more. You can see 2 players in, actually 1 in ringside. He's gonna be shut down instantly. Legend, though, gonna be able to pick up his 3rd, and Veteran didn't see it coming right through the eye hole there, as we see the 2-for-1s about 30 seconds in. Still not a commitment on the bomb site though, but you see Lucifer, he's looking for anything on A, and if it's clear, he's gonna give the motion to have the cavalry come through on this backside.
Jesus can save you. Still yet to find a kill. At one, he's gonna see one right there. That's gonna be his first of the game. Dropping Lucifer is going to be big as well, as he's been able to find a bunch of big picks for them. Munyo Ping's pushed up right on the inside of the A wall. Aramis is there. Legend's there. They're finally going to cross. He gets the info, and Jesus can save you. Their X Factor nearly had a third. If he could have taken out Legend right there, that probably would have been the dagger for the round, but that leaves 2 alive, and at least in a position to get the bomb. But with that, Aramis drops. Legend all alone in the 1v3, and Jesus can save you is not going to leave that corner anytime soon.
No, he's not. He got 30 seconds to play with. It's pretty much a fight against the clock. You're possibly going to be seeing some team deathmatch type search here, as he's going to round the corner. Jesus right tucked away in the corner site. He gives away his location. Jesus takes it all, and that's going to be 3 on board for Jesus. He had a solid Dunkin' Donut before this round. He's got 3 on the board now. This is sparking this upper echelon team to a round for themselves. Is that the formula? Is Jesus got to get 3 each round for them to take one?
I don't think he has to. Did you say 3 each round or 1 each round?
3 each round, because
I don't think 3
single.
I don't think 3 is gonna be sustained. I mean, maybe it is. He's already got the opener right there, so he definitely appears to be hitting the flow state. Nearly had an angle across mid right there as well, and I mean, being a man down, especially on takeoff, just makes it so much more difficult to do anything. You either have to make a questionable push on into A, or you gotta make a death push and go for the plant on B. So it's gonna be the SMG players trying to make something happen, and 2 in the round already. Maybe you were right. Maybe it is 3 every round.
Look, I'm telling you, bro, you get a little bit of a unorthodox push towards the B 2 times in a row, right? It successfully pans out. Jesus starts lighting it up. They get around under their belt. And now DST, they are kind of dead to rights here. You know, they have upper echelon has their number over at A. They shut down that push with a bit of ease. I mean, Jesus. 2 kills to start off that last round, and then finishes it up with the 3rd. Right here, he's got 2 on board again. And 1 player left to deal with, and DST Legend now is, he's going to be yet again in a 1v something situation. The odds are actually a little worse this time around. He's going to rotate right in front of... Oh! It's 25 seconds, 3 players, 4 players left. I mean, it's got to be the ace. It's got to be... I mean, it's got to be Crispin. He's going to rotate right in front of 2 of them. Pingy's going to get the credit, and that is going to be 2 bounce back rounds. Pretty convincing, pretty solid there for you, upper echelon.
And honestly, that more than anything probably is just annoying for Jesus, because he's playing so well, and guy just rounds the corner and no scopes him in the face. There's just not really much you can do about it. But having 5 kills in the span of 2 rounds, not a bad sign for his team, and looking to see if he can continue the momentum right there. Wow, what a cheeky angle onto that windowsill. Not going to be able to find it, and 2 of his teammates drop. Pingy there for the trade. Very, very back and forth round. He's sitting on 5. Not really sure what he was shooting at right there, but Munyo Ping with the bomb in hand doesn't really have anywhere to go. You either push left side and make the unfortunate push, and it doesn't really matter what the other option was, because he's already dead, and now it's Legend left to try to clutch once again. 1v3, and Jesus still left standing.
And Jesus still left standing, and there's no Lucifer to take him down again. His first 2 rounds failed epically, but ever since then, it's been all about Jesus, man. Look at it. Not a kill on the round this time. He does have a CBR in his hand, as well as a, I believe he still has a sniper, but it's all about Legend right here. 50 seconds on the clock. The bomb's down. Legacy has the call out, I'm assuming, because he got the kill, and now he has rotated all the way over to a perch. It's literally right on the outskirts. It doesn't matter. Jesus is going to find the kill right there. That's 6. And the advantage before we flip sides. It's going to go back in the hands of upper echelon. But again, this map, in my opinion, still favors the defense. The fact that you only have 1 advantage going into the attacking side, it's not looking too bright. They're going to have to battle uphill moving forward.
Woo! Risky shot right there for Jesus. He gets hit markered, but we'll live to see another day. They're going aggressive toward that B side. Legacy going to find the opener. Trying to make a push through. I don't think they realize this could be huge. So many players he could catch off guard right there. Gonna be able to find Lucifer. Does get traded out. And teammates get taken down as well. So it's a 2v2. Nades go over. Jesus still alive. So good signs for upper echelon. Veteran hasn't had quite so much success here in the search and destroy. Sits down at 1-4. We know he can turn it on the blink of an eye. They're looking to pick up the bomb right here. And it's just going to be all out warfare whenever that happens. One goes down. Veteran had no business winning that gunfight, but made it happen anyway. Aramis right around the corner, hoping somebody makes that rotate, and he's going to go ahead and push in. Info's going to be there. I don't think that nade's going to be able. They're not going to chow. Okay. All right. Looks like they're going to go for the plant instead.
We'll see if it pans out now. You're going to have one in Jesus getting the plant down. Gonna have his guards down. Here comes the push from Aramis. He's up top. Free kill for him as the transition does it farewell for Jesus. Farewell, Jesus. We'll see you next round here. It's all on Veteran, the 1v1. He has the idea of where Aramis is. Will Aramis be able to outplay him? It's 27 seconds on the clock. It's intense, bro. Here comes the push down. The push for the bomb. Veteran gonna be able to win the gunny, and that is going to put 2 rounds gap in favor of upper echelon in an intense 1v1, but that problem probably could have been dealt with a little sooner. You think about it, you got a 2-1, maybe play your 2s. Yep. The nade was probably a warning sign though, right? You get the nade right there, it's like, look, we don't need to engage that. Go ahead and get the bomb plant. They play the objective. They win the round. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Right now, upper echelon's on the brink of pulling off the reverse sweep. Looks like they're sticking to the game plan. It's worked for them so far. And right now, Jesus sitting back, looking for that first blood once again. Not quite as aggressive over toward the B side, but you get a couple players pushed up. Pengy looking through that window, hoping for some contact. But right now, if you're DST, all you got to do is sit back and wait. I'm still surprised we see Munyoping sticking with the SKS. Like, I understand that it's comfortable, but just not super geared toward the play style of search and destroy, and hasn't had really any success with it so far. So he sits on 2 and 4. They play the waiting game, and the first blood gonna go in for Ovi shoot. That's gonna be big.
It is big. Got a problem right here. The A side push is not a factor. Legend gonna be able to shut down the transition over. He gets traded. Pepe's gonna pick up the bomb as well as that kill on Legend. And now it's all about upper echelon getting their wits about him. Now is the push towards this P3 rotation. The lounge building. Ain't no lounging around here, surely, though. You can see it's going to be one right there in Munyo Pink. We said the man's name, and there it goes. This long lane right here, he's going to be able to find 2. The SKS might not be the best gun of choice, but it is going to be enough to take down 2 of the upper echelon players, leaving 1 left, and he's dropped. Got ourselves a ball game. We're in 8th round of the search and destroy. Tell me this is better than what we saw earlier.
This is definitely better, but I'm very concerned that upper echelon has gotten my hopes up again. They had so much momentum. Just oh no, and Lucifer comes through again. First blood onto Jesus, and I'm very much afraid that disaster will strike again. Oh my gosh, Lucifer so close to being in position to take down one of those players on the B side of the map. Nobody peeking, and it's gonna be Veteran sliding through. Insta kill on that Mac to 10, gonna bring us into a 4v4. Munyo Ping.
Oh, where's the comms?
Yeah, where are the comms on that? Just absolutely no awareness. Legend's gonna be able to get one with the pistol in hand. Gets away with his life as well, and now back into the 3v3 legacy on the flank. Aramis, no clue what's happening right there. Left and right, they get shut down, and now all the pressure onto Ovi shoot. The Mac-10 probably not super clutchable right now, and Veteran with the bomb in hand probably going to look to plant over at A.
Yep, there goes the trophy of Ovi shoot's going to be shot. I think that's going to give him a little bit of info, but he's kind of wandering around the map full on the backside. Maybe he's going to flush out this lounge building, or I don't know. This is not the play to push through mid with a Mac-10. Obviously, the bomb's been planted. He's going to opt to drop the gloves, picks up the DLQ. We'll see if that makes any difference now. As you can see, rounds quarter. It's going to be Legacy lurking right there, and that is going to be match point. The reverse sweep. Is it going to be complete here? 6-3, man, upper echelon. Don't get Bobby's hope up a second time this season. Obviously, quarterfinals, you can't get your hopes up either.
All right, we'll take a look at Lucifer. He had the big opener onto Jesus last time, but teammates could not capitalize. It is a full send on over the A site, and Aramis is the only one there to defend. He's going to get taken down following that first blood. Lucifer going to be able to take down Pepe. Veteran trades now into a 3v3 and 2-piece for him. Jesus finds one. Munyoping, the only one remaining. Gonna be able to get away with just a couple HP to work with, but I don't know if DST has it in the bag to avoid the reverse sweep. Who else but Jesus to come through with the final kill, the X Factor in the search and destroy. Upper echelon gonna be able to pull off the reverse sweep and advance to the semifinals.
Solid search and destroy. Obviously, this team has been down in shambles in the first two games. They turned that luck upside down. Reverse sweeps complete. Bobby, they put in the hard work. They got a bid to the semifinals where I don't know who they'll face off against. I'll have to take a look at the brackets, but let them enjoy today, I guess, right here. Veteran's going to be your top frag. 8 kills on board for the MVP slot, but Legacy picking up the Slayer award with 9. Jesus, 8 times better than the first search or destroy, and that's what was needed, obviously. He didn't need to put in 3 kills per round. And for a second, I thought that's what was going to be needed because, I mean, 2 rounds in a row, they get kind of slapped around and finally get their confidence back. They stand straight up. They face this DST team who has been up on the rise and shut them down. 3-2 win there in the series. I got to say, upper echelon, you had me biting whatever left of my nails I have left.
Well, we're actually going to end up getting a repeat of the 2021 Stage 5 because it's going to be Tribe versus Upper Echelon, and this is primarily the former ARP roster, so it'll definitely be a fun one to watch, but that gives us our semifinals matchups. Coming up next, we've got Cygnus versus NYSL Mayhem. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we will be hopping directly into the action with you guys, so don't go anywhere. boys. We got everybody loaded in and ready to go for our second matchup of the night. Keep in mind, we only got 2 tonight. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, it's only on Trovo, and it's going to be on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time for the semifinals. So the winner of this game is going to play the Goofy Goobers. But we do have to run through our maps real quick. So as far as the bans, we got Cygnus banning both Crossfire, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy, and YSL Mayhem banning both Takeoff, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy. So that gives us, ooh, juicy map pool right here. Hardpoint on Standoff to get things started. That's basically to be expected in just about any matchup you're going to see at this point. We got Meltdown, Search and Destroy, a personal favorite of mine. Domination on Firing Range. I would say Firing Range is the best Domination map as well, so that's a W. Raid Hardpoint for game number 4, and if we go to a game 5, Standoff, Search and Destroy. I would say W's all around for this matchup. And getting ready to hop into this one, obviously. Cygnus has been at the top of the game for a long time. Didn't quite perform up to what we might have expected out of them in Stage 5, but have definitely come back with a vengeance. NYSLM performed solidly, even though they didn't make it into the Day 2 for Stage 5. But they've had some up and downs, barely sneaking their way in to the quarterfinals, only edging out Explicit by 5 points. They've definitely got a lot to prove. Obviously, the newer pickup of Carlino is not quite what we expected, but we've already seen massive improvements from him, and we've not seen Nero in a lot of the matchups so far. So the fact that he's here is a good sign for them as well. I'm excited to see who comes out on top with this one, and honestly, at this point, I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited to see it.
No, I'm excited to see it too, Bobby. I'm taking a look at it. I mean, this is about as like quarterfinal classic as it can get. I mean, you got some of the best of the best in map pool selection, Standoff, Meltdown, Search and Destroy. That's a dub. Domination, Firing Range. That's a classic. And Rain Standoff for those last 2. It's not guaranteed. It's earned right here. Who's going to earn their keep? I gotta roll. If I had to make a prediction, I would have to roll with the consistent team in this mix. But again, I'm up for a wild card. I'm not going to let anybody know my prediction, obviously, because that doesn't matter. The gameplay is going to decide it, but it's going to be the most consistent team from throughout this season. Obviously, we're looking at Mayhem. They've had their struggles, but they have battled back and got themselves in a position to compete in the quarterfinals, but they're going to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. That's the question. And they're stacked up against just a dominant team in Cygnus. The one thing I will say, though, about this one is Cygnus doesn't have Tatio here for this first map. So is that going to be a factor?
Oh, wow. Okay. I totally did not notice that. That's a huge loss for them, especially if that's going to be for the entire night. I would assume it's just for the first map, but we'll have to see. Like you said, Cygnus definitely the more consistent team throughout the season. I saw Little B drop like a 17-kill Search and Destroy the other night in the midst of a reverse sweep against 11D, I believe, for it was like Latin quarterfinals or something like that. So he is one of those players that is extremely momentum-based. If he's in the zone, he's pretty much impossible to stop, but if he's not in the zone, you don't really need to worry about him at all. So we'll see which Little B we end up getting tonight. Typically, the hardpoint will set the pace for what we're going to see in Search and Destroy for him. Definitely, NYSL has been a team that has been known to come out very, very flat in the hardpoint. They've got to at least be competitive on those first couple of hardpoint hills if they want to be able to go toe-to-toe against Cygnus.
You're absolutely right. I think, you made a good point. Which Little B are we going to see show up tonight? Are we going to see the Mongolian king, the strong, the clutch king, or are we going to see the walking meme? That is the biggest factor, I believe, and I don't know which one's going to show up. As we're going to go ahead and get that spam started. Everyone's green check marked across the top. Game number 1 of our second quarterfinal match of the night. NYSL Mayhem taking on Cygnus. This is going to be a battle of titans. The winner of this one moves on, as Bobby mentioned earlier, to face off against Goofy Goobers, but 5-game spread. We're going to see who's get the best of the best here As we see this standoff start off, P number 1's going to be out in the courtyard. It's going to be a graveyard here momentarily, though, as we see these spawns for NYC Mayhem. They are going to have the backside. You got to see Space. He's popping with the kilo as well. Love the fact that he's versatile in that sense now. Is everyone's kind of like giving him a hard time for being the SKS warrior.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised we didn't see him come out with the SKS. So, definitely important to be able to do it with multiple weapons. Both teams getting the hard point cleared off. Not a whole lot of time going in for either. Little B trying to push in, Mag 10 in hand. That's not going to happen. He gets shut down immediately. Teammates are going to be able to hop onto the objective. It is going to be Raballo getting a little bit of that early time. And surprise, surprise, it's Nero, the one locking down the majority of the hard point time. The mainstay for them as the OBJ player does such a good job of it. Absolutely maneuvering back and forth, bobbing and weaving. Here's those footsteps around the corner. Going to be able to find another one right there, shooting the bodies as well. And that's going to be a big start for NY. What is that hop up? I've never seen that before, but Nero makes him pay anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can be as cheeky as you want. He'll shoot the cheeks as soon as you drop. Here it comes now, P2 factory bound. Zai looking for the smoke down low. He's going to get ousted of grannies. And nobody there to contest for Zygnus. They are making the long transition over. Trying to get those farm side spawns. You can already see Mayhem. They are soaking up the uncontested time. Zai, man, Nero's just having the numbers called out left and right. Gonna be able to get another one there. All he needed was one shot in the banana Mac. Absolutely superior in his. He's already got full streaks, Bobby.
Yeah, that was the kill that got him. Huge push on into the hard point. And honestly, a ballsy one. For you to be that close to full streaks and you're pushing into the hard point to try to get the break right there, that's not an easy thing to do. It looked like Zygnus was finally going to get the break, but they get shut down, and it looks like they are very badly missing the presence of Titio right now, as they are just getting absolutely smoked across the map. You got Space locking down the backside as well. Usually it's with the SKS. This time it's with the Kilo. Whole lot of damage going through right there. They're sitting on a 70-point lead, and it's really on to Carlino to go ahead and get that initial hard point time. He's going to be able to push in and wins the gunfight there as well. 7 make it 8 on the board. Trophy system going to allow him to get a little bit more. And right now across the board, NYSL slaying out.
Oh man, they are frying. Hashtag time in, put in for Nero. My guy is sitting on 65 seconds already, Bobby. As well as 2 streaks in his pocket to burn. He's going to be taken down. Justin, Yuhi, they're going to combine for the tag team. They're going to get the break, but I mean, when you're literally living off scraps, how much longer can you continue to thrive in this hardpoint? Right now, the uncontested time is going to be felt, and the rotation's over for Mayhemus. They're going to cut their losses. They're going to go ahead and get those first 30 seconds in, extend the lead, and right now the P4 journey is where we're going to see the bound players already there. It's going to be Nero on the hill. Of course, my guy is already bunkering down for a big P4. Rotations through. Yuhi looking to be a game changer. Got to play his life right here. Time goes down. Spawns are going to be locked. Points going to be opened up in a 95-38 game. This one's already turning out to be epic. And with Mayhem frying the way they are, they've got the advantage for P4. This is, I mean, they're building themselves a very healthy lead.
Poor Zai was doing everything he possibly could to get that early rotation out for P4. He got, what, 3 or 4 kills by himself, and it didn't even matter. Teammates getting shut down left and right. Nero's got a purifier. That I'm just gonna tell it straight up. That thing needs to be nerfed. That thing is a freaking insta-kill. It is ridiculous.
Post-mortem kill too, bro. I mean, it just keeps on giving.
He's gonna make the most of it, obviously, right now. Unfortunately, you don't need the ADS, the concussion. Not gonna do anything to you. He's nearly back onto a pred, and you might want to hop upstairs so you can go ahead and use some of your score streaks after you shoot the body right there, because you're pretty freaking close to cycling those suckers.
There it goes. It's going to cut off one on the boxes, and Envoy trying to get the last second contest, trying to take the demon of the lobby out. He's going to be shut out, and here comes the cluster strike. Or is that the lightning? That's the lightning. He's going to hold the cluster, but a little budget UAV. You see the cheeky, points of where the players are at, so you're getting info as well, so kills come through. You've got a little bit of a budget UAV, and right now rocking and rolling. Mayhem, they are just foot on the pedal, not looking back.
And I think, oh no, I thought he had accidentally cycled the cluster too early, but now we got Nero sitting on another lightning strike and a cluster strike. Continues to shoot the bodies, and Mayhem sits on a 100-point lead with a whole lot of utility to work with, and just across the board, absolutely slaying out right now. Roballo and be able to get that final break back on it. How did he stay alive right there? Obviously, he still got taken out, but the little slide away from the shots looking very clean. Envoy going to be able to push in. Thought he was going to get some scrap time for Zygnus, but Roballo thought otherwise. Now looking out for that early rotation, but nobody rotated early for NYSL, and this is the biggest opportunity that Zygnus has had so far this game.
No, you're absolutely right. You were talking about not rotating early. It's kind of hard to rotate when you've got Zod on demon mode. He picked up 2 off of the rotation. He's trying to anchor for the squad, but it doesn't pay out. Late or not, they have came. They are ready to play in Mayhem again on the early break in the factory site. Here comes some more Sparrow action. Carlinhos getting a few right there. Gonna get some more just outside of the secret spot. Here comes Envoy, the push, shut down Yuhi. Finally able to deal with him. And 2 players go in, they get the break. They're going to be able to take advantage of the last 23 seconds. But, God, this Mayhem team is looking... This is probably the best that I've seen them play in a long time.
And they just look absolutely relentless right now. Even when they get broken, just absolutely pounding the hard point. No chance for Zygnus to get anything right here. And once again, across the board, slaying out hard, especially looking at Nero in space. Space switching things up, and looks like it might be paying off that he decided to take a break from the SKS as he's going double positive here against the former LATAM champions. Finally going to be Envoy breaking on in, but he's immediately shut down. Little B, the SMG man right there, a little triple kill on the inside of the hard point. Space hops up right here. It is Zygnus breaking on through. They're gonna still, I would imagine, probably pick up the majority of the rest of this time. Is more than likely NYSL waits to rotate, but Little B!
Oh!
3 in defeat!
A little bit of a heater. Bro was lighting up, not enough to get the break. Surely there's gonna be Zygnus holding on for dear life. They stack the hill, and it pays out as 2 players were up top. Certainly need to get a little bit of time under your belt if you're going to battle for a comeback. Right now, the P4 bound. We are. Big gunfight waltz right there from Yuhi. Just going to get dropped on the rotation. Mid-side lane covered. 3 players on the objective already for the side of NYSL Mayhem. I'm thinking, Bobby, we've got a pretty close one going into this P4 rotation. Well, not very close, but advantage going into Mayhem's court yet again. They're going to be able to close it out. What are you thinking? A listen in right before this one looks like it might be coming to an end?
That sounds like a good plan. We'll hop into a listen-in with NYSL Mayhem.
Yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Half. Broken corner in the pocket.
Push up, push up,
Now,
push up, nice.
Come on, good shit now. Good fucking shit.
Come
I got 5.
Attack
Come on,
5.
guys. Pop it.
One's in
I'm broken. I'm one shot.
Broken pocket. Dead.
1 point dead, 1 point dead.
Oh, they're still on point.
Hey,
Hey, don't feed.
Don't feed the
Do we have streaks? Do we have streaks?
Yes. I got a lightning.
Go, save for now.
Top grannies.
Top granny.
Broken wall and grannies. One red card.
I'm going back out.
Top granny. Nice.
Mid-tank going boxes.
Oh, boxes. Got my everyone.
Oh my god.
Attack.
I'm lagging, dude.
Attack.
Come on. Go.
Attack them. Hey, broken again. Hey, we need to get on hill. Hey, get on hill.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
There's one top blue.
Kick us broken.
Don't broken.
I'm granny.
Red card. Splash out. Red card.
Top granny.
Statue mid.
Top granny.
Well, things not sounding great for Mayhem. A little bit panicked right there. Obviously, still focused on the objective, but definitely very much a sense of urgency right there. Nero's finally going to call in his lightning strike. That being said, that's as Kimwax gets a lightning strike for himself. So that's another thing for Mayhem to worry about as the lead starts to dwindle right here. Cygnus doing a really good job getting themselves back into this game, and right now all the pressure on De Niro on the early rotation on the P2.
Yep, factory bound we are. This is going to be a big one for either team right now. It's looking like Mayhem going to be able to have the advantage with that, but here comes the streaks. It is going to be burned, but not going to have a lot of value other than maybe the information. And now with one player each on the squad, on the point, it's just on the prowl, on the backside. Secret, Little B, dropped. Carlitos picks up a big gunfight, and now the push for the factory site, it is going to be Mayhem with the advantage. 3 players on the outskirts looking to make the break in. The push. Oh, Mark Carlitos botches the Sparrow, but his squad has his back. It's going to be Rabalo with 36. He's shut down. And now Cygnus, they're on the prowl. They've got the break. They've got the hole. Can they maintain the focus in order to make this comeback?
And Little B just completely wasted his Annihilator. Called it in. Back alley right there. Absolutely no utility to be had inside those tight angles. They just really seem to be shaken right now and really scrambling to find something. Once again, a very early rotation, which we saw out of them there on P2, but they weren't able to get the hold. Obviously, a big factor in that being those operator skills, but they've got to be able to capitalize on these early rotations. Otherwise, you're just giving Cygnus a free opportunity to rotate while one person picks up free scrap time. So, Nero looking to lock things down once again, but only 2 points separate these two teams. Sees one outside the doorway, able to lock that. Kimwax gonna go ahead and shell right here. He wins the gunfight, and once again, Cygnus goes huge.
Big blue top side, looking like the players of Cygnus buckling up for a little bit of a heartbreak. Mayhem, they are in shambles right there. The comms, I gotta say, they're a little bit shaky in the gameplay right now. They're letting this one fall right between Kimwax with the 2-piece. Envoy's gonna burn his death machine. Nobody there to contest for Mayhem, and plenty of time to close this one out. They need to get on the point, and then they've got to do a good job of getting the rotations over to P4. But first, they got to deal with the pesting Kimwax. They finally do it with a little bit of breathing room now. We're going to be a little bit still of an advantage for Cygnus on this P4 rotation. But this is it. This is the last hill. I can guarantee you this one's closing down on this P4 rotation.
Well, NYSL's in hot pursuit, but it's 3 in the feed for Cygnus. That could be the feed that seals the deal. Little B taken down as well. There's nobody here. They've got no map control. They've got no operators. They've got no score streaks. They've got no time. Nero goes for the hop up, but there's no time to be had. The dominant start for NYSL falls apart. Cygnus, the huge comeback right there, and they secured the win in game number 1.
Whew. Man, what happened? Everything just looks so dang good for Mayhem, and I'm trying to pinpoint where things started to go wrong. P1 the 3rd time around, or was it the 2nd time around where things started to get a bit shaky? We did the listen in around the P4 rotation. The break comes through for Cygnus, and then that P1 reset for the 3rd time around, the momentum shifted. I mean, the gap was covered. The P2 break comes through. It sticks. Cygnus get the advantage on the P4, even though Mayhem rotated early to that P3 site. I would have to go back and rewatch it, man. Everything just happened so quickly. And Mayhem, I mean, you heard the comms. They were a bit shaky. And this is exactly the reason why. 250 to 235. Hell of a game for both teams, but how does that happen?
It almost felt like they were too focused on hitting those early rotations, so much so that they rotated early to the point that it allowed Cygnus to get pushed out and to get map control and to put pressure before the hard point even popped. I feel like they were trying. I think it's what happens to a lot of NBA teams when they get really big leads. They stop playing for the win and they start playing to not lose. They felt like that was what NYSL was doing, and they were like, "Oh, we just got to mitigate the amount of time that we're giving up, and as long as we gain more than we're losing, then we'll be okay." And they got so focused on not losing that they lost sight of the game, and I think that's where it fell apart for them.
I think P2 factory site that 3rd time around, we were looking at like 25 seconds on the point remaining and nobody to contest. That was like either that gap was going to get bridged for Cygnus or you're going to extend your lead into the P3 transition. Nobody from Mayhem sent. And I know the IGL was making the call, hold back, and it did pan out. I got to say, with spawns the way that they have been for the past few months, what has it been, a year since they've swapped up the unique spawn sites for hardpoint? It almost just doesn't reward early rotations.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a rotation with 25 seconds left to go on the point, you're not going to be guaranteed that spawn site. It doesn't always work out. I mean, closer to like maybe 10 seconds. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know what they could have done
like
differently there.
There's maybe a couple specific hard points that's worth it on, but I can't think of any on Standoff that are really worth it. I'm thinking like P3 on Summit, probably worth it. P4 on Summit, just because you spawn so far away, probably worth it. And then maybe like Garage on Raid, but outside of that, it's just the spawns are so close to the hard point. You just can't get enough upside out of those early rotations, especially when you do it that far in or that far out from the hard point actually popping, because then you got the 8 seconds in between as well. So between you leaving 20 seconds before the next hard point even moves, and those 8 seconds in between, by the time all that's happened, they're already on top of you. So, well, we got everybody ready to hop into the search and destroy. It's going to be Meltdown. We'll see if NYSL can bounce back following giving away a big comeback to Zygnus.
Yep, like that covered. Now we're heading to the nuclear stacks. Meltdown, a classic, all classic. I think this is a Black Ops 2 one. I gotta say, it's not playable on Dom at all.
Nope.
I know we saw it in 2020 champs, but those days are out the window. I really wish that they would throw this into the map pool selection for I don't know, moving forward for stage 4, just for search and destroy.
Yeah.
Because this map is like one of my favorites, not only because it's balanced and it offers a variety of different play styles, but it's just so interesting to see what pushes come through early on. And we see Zygnus, they're going to buckle up for a B-side affair. As you can see, 3 players stacking the reactor, or not the reactor, but the gear site. 2 bloods come in, one's a nade. It is all Zygnus in the feed, and Carlinhos and Ribaldo, they're going to be left on their lonesome, and it is a 2v4, as we do see Carlinhos pick up his. But Bob's going to go down. Envoy makes sure of that. Now the 2v4 retake is going to have to be solid for Mayhem.
And one player taken down already. Ribaldo is going to be able to drop Zai, but in 1v3 on the side of the bomb that has you playing the most long angles, trying to clutch this up with a MAC-10, probably not going to be super doable. You got to peek one of those corners, buddy. He took way too long. Kimwex going to be able to clean it up, and Zygnus takes round 1.
Yeah, a little bit of a stall right there. I mean, it's a 1v3. I mean, maybe you take that one player out a little sooner. You get yourself in a position to take another gunfight. I mean, in a matter of time, the numbers would have prevailed. But, you know, I was always on board for a God tier clutch, and just wasn't that case. Now we're going to switch it up. It's going to be the A aggressive push. 4 players looking to make the peak up. 1 through mid, 3 through the staircase, 1 on the ladder. And they're going to be able to find 1 in Carlinhos. Sai opting to drop the sniper. Just going to peek down. Not the best angle. Ribaldo finds vengeance. But it's only going to be 1 now as the bomb's going to go down. We got a 3v3, and the retake looking like it might be a possibility here for Mayhem.
Ooh, little cheeky angle right here. Ribaldo trying to find another. He's sitting on 2 right now. I think he might have gotten information from that manhole cover, but doesn't spot anybody out. Envoy, absolute beams right there. That's a quick end of the round for Zygnus. They clean things up once again. A lot of pressure over on the A side, and NYSL has just not really known how to deal with it. Obviously, that's the side you want to go with if you want to mitigate the impact of the snipers, and they do not want to let Little B get going. And he hasn't been able to so far, as he currently sits at 0 kills, and it is going to be NYSL getting first blood, but trade goes through 4v4 as Zygnus has control of the bomb site.
Yep, they do. They're going to go ahead and get it stacked right here. Is just going to go ahead and look to get the plant down. Does the deed. The nade from Apollo not going to land. Just on the inside of the point is going to be holding through the stack. Now it's all a waiting game for here. Who's going to make the wrong move? Well, you peek your head. You pay the price. That's Little B fighting his first blood of the game. Surely it's going to be Nero following up, and now it's all on the Chemwax. Can he clutch it? Space through the top side of the staircase, overextends the bomb. It's going to be defused, and look, Chemwax not even in position to get tested. That's what happens when you get the retake to come through in numbers, and surely that A site could be a lockdown if you do have the numbers. Just didn't happen this second time in a row here for Zygnus.
All right, well, NYSL seemed to get a little bit of feel right here for what's happening on the Zygnus side, and maybe read for what they're going to do on the next one, as well as Little B is ready for the 5 Zygnus players pushing through. Not going to be able to land the shot, tries to cook the nade, but he's forced to back up right here. That will more than likely result in another free plant. Oh my gosh! Ooh. That shot off the head glitch is not easy to hit. The bomb goes down, but man advantage for NYSL just right on the inside right here. And if he gets the timing right, it could be huge. I don't think he saw Nero's foot, and he's going to pay for it. Space, Little B finding a couple, and I saw chat clowning Nero for shooting bodies, but it's not going to stop him from doing it again. NYSL able to clean that one up. Back-to-back rounds to tie things up at 2-2.
Yep, last round of the attack here for Zygnus to defense. 2 rounds in a row off the rip. Zygnus take the back-to-back. Now we got back-to-back for Mayhem. Who's going to take the advantage before we flip sides, though? That is the question. Will get answered in this round alone now. You've seen back and forth. You've seen successful A pushes. You've seen successful B pushes. Right here, we're going to see yet again another B push. Little B and Nero there to answer the push for themselves, but the nades are going to push them back. Little B trying to get some shots through and hit marker. That's the one thing about the Locust, right, Bobby?
Yep.
Guaranteed one-shot kill, and I know he's going to fill that one as Just is going to be able to recover. The bomb's going to go down. Yuhi going to be dropped in the midst of all the action, and now we've got a 5v4 retake. Mayhem looking to set up proper here for the re-push towards this mid side. You got 2 players there. What's going to happen now is Just holding off one angle. He's going to find one Nero right there to hold off, but Base Roballo, they get 2 of their own. It is going to be Nero finding another. Kim going to be left on his own. The same results from last round. 3 rounds in a row, solid for the side of Mayhem, but they got to keep their eyes on the prize, Bobby. Saw them with a hefty lead in the hardpoint. They got a little bit of a position of power here as we flip sides. They've got to be locked and loaded here on the attack.
And the thing is, this allows them to dictate the pace of the game more. The question is whether that's going to end up paying off for them. So they are going to, no surprise, go on over to the B site. More snipers in play for NYSL. They got Little B in space, both with snipers in hand, and really the only player here to defend is going to be Just. He's not going to peek any angles. I thought he wasn't going to peek any angles. He gets the information that Nero's there, but the nades going over top won't connect, at least not for the kill. Just going to be forced to back up right here, and now trying to reconnect with the teammates. It's actually going to be space way pushed out. If he gets the timing right, might be able to find Envoy, but he's not looking on any of those side angles, and this could be huge. Roballo finds Just. Little B's actually picked up an SMG as well, so he's going to be able to clean that up, and now it's all on to Envoy and Zai. Zai all alone, typically sniper in hand, but not this time around. They shut him down quickly, and this typically known as the strongest mode for NYSL. They've bounced back big time with 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, you saw it, man. That could have been disastrous had those 2 players from Zygnus just gone unnoticed and the remainder players that stayed alive. You've had 2 in the spawn site, goes completely unnoticed by space. Luckily for Mayhem, they prevail. They have the numbers. They're going to prevail yet again with first blood. Second, going through a little bit of Carlinhos. Zai trying to be a big factor. Drops the sniper, got the banana mac, and certainly making some moves right there, but it's only 2 players left. One which is Just. Zai going to catch space on the transition, but Zai's a man by himself. Little B going to shut him down. We are on map point. Mayhem are so close to tasting victory. Can they close it out, though? That is the biggest question of the night.
They have definitely looked dominant for the last 5 rounds and not really having any issue pushing offensively on either side of the bomb. Obviously, more close range encounters over on A, more of the long range over on B. Once again, going with a little bit of an unorthodox push, but Carlino's going to go ahead and slide through. Zygnus finally able to make him pay right there as 3 NYSL players drop, make it 4. Now Space all alone, and probably not a doable situation for him as the nade lands. They get the information right there. Sees Zai. I think it was Zai. Maybe it was Envoy. Kimwex. I don't even know anymore. He gets shut down. It doesn't matter. Zingus bounces back, at least for one round, but they got to make it 3 if they're going to be able to take the 2-0 lead.
Very convincing round there. It's a flawless 5 players left standing. No casualties. And what better way to start a comeback if you're Zingus, and then putting your foot down and making sure no one drops. Well, here comes the payoff round. It is going to be yet again another Ego, Chow, Little B, and Carlinhos and Raballo all drop almost instantly. Nero's going to push out. He's got the bomb in hand. This round's over. 21 seconds, Bobby. The Ego Chow's got to stop. We're going to have to see a little bit more patience here for Mayhem. Again, they put their foot on the pedal last game. Couldn't close it out. Couldn't get the fine lines of details just kind of seeping through the cracks. And I don't want to see another catastrophe in the form of a search or destroy meltdown that they have been, what, 5 rounds in a row they went solid without even taking a little bit as much of a hiccup.
Yeah.
And here we are, 2 rounds solid for Zingus to stay alive. It's starting to be a little bit of a heater, and they do slow things down this round. That might be a little bit of hope here.
He just jumped on him. He jumped on Nero's head right there, and Nero's shooting bodies again. He just doesn't care. Nero, like, you guys can hate on Nero for shooting bodies as much as you want to. He will continue to shoot bodies. He does not care what you think. Carlino in a perfect spot to pick up a kill right here. Gonna try to nearly hit Kimwex right there around the corner. 1 HP. Gonna be able to stay alive. Bomb is down, heading over toward that B site. And Kimwex is tucked away in the corner right here. Bomb's gonna get picked up, and NYSL gonna look for the rotate, but don't know if they're gonna have the read on the angle. They will. Raballo perfect on the slide. Man advantage right here, but I don't know if they're going to be ready for the flank. Just with the big play, able to find one. Might have angle onto bomb as well in space. His sniper in hand, but he hits the quick scope twice.
Baby!
Oh my gosh, the double to close it out. I wish I had seen that POV.
I caught it from the receiving end both times, dude. It was brutal. It was so brutal. He gets the point blank on one right on the gear site. Gets the turn of a lifetime on the player in the sniper's purge. And we are guaranteed that game 4 on the backs of Mayhem, closing it out in a 6-4 fashion. We have seen close games back-to-back, Bobby. Has not been a blowout either way. Well, we saw a blowout at the beginning of the hardpoint and towards the middle of that search or destroy. But both teams keeping that competitive edge still alive. And Mayhem able to take one game for themselves to even up the scoreboard. I gotta say, Nero, my guy, you were frying in both the hardpoint and this search or destroy. You pick up 7, 9 for Little B, and 7 apiece for Raballo and Carlinhos. On the flip side of things, you got Zai with 9. So, I mean, the scorecard looks pretty competitive, right?
It does. I don't know how this one's gonna go. Looking at the domination, we got firing range domination, so one of the more balanced maps that we're gonna have these guys play. At this point, I just don't really know who to give the edge to, because off the start, and even thinking about like the momentum aspect of things, obviously the momentum would come through for NYSL having just won the hard point, but they looked a little bit shaky when it came to closing out the respawns, especially that I think I said they won the hard point. They won the search and destroy, so they have the momentum. I don't even know. It's gonna be a good matchup. Firing range domination always is.
Oh yeah, it's classic, bro. I mean, we've seen 2 back-to-back bangers. I do not expect this one to be, lopsided at all. I think this is going to be close down to the nitty-gritty. I'll be completely honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if we see time expire in this game. In a matchup where these 2 Titans have literally traded back and forth. I mean, you've seen the momentum going both ways. You've seen momentum just completely halted and come to, a P3 transition where Zygnus just absolutely, shut all of our mouths up. I still have to go back and rewatch that hardpoint because I'm starting to process it in my mind. Like, there's so much that was going so right. Nero doubled up on streaks early. You're looking at the P3 rotation where it all ended, and it's like, man, that last 25 seconds is just left hanging on the clock. You give it away for free, and you give this team an inch, they're going to take a mile. And I think that's the lesson that Mayhem might have learned in that search and destroy. You saw they slowed the pace down in that last round, and it panned out perfectly for them. So we'll see how it pans out. I don't think momentum is going to be a huge factor for any team. It's just going to be the players being at the right place at the right time, counting their kills, getting on the objective when it needs to be hopped. And I think we've got a classic on our hands right here.
Absolutely. This is definitely looking to shape up to be one of the better quarterfinal matchups we've seen in Mobile Mayhem. And that being said, we just came off a reverse sweep. So it's just a great night of Mobile Mayhem action for you guys. Hopefully these guys get right up. Also, the score update for everybody. The Warriors are down 17 right now. So Mavericks looking solid, and Luke is not really playing that well, interestingly enough. Finally getting some help from the team. All right, everybody's readied up, and we are good to go. Game number 3.
Getting a bit hot out here, baby. It's thick in action right now. As we're going to be firing it up with some firing range. Obviously, you can see the point of interest is going to be right there in the middle of the map. But some of the points you got to maintain, trailer site. That's going to be a popular one, right? See a lot of traffic through that, and that's exactly where Mayhem are actually going to be heading. Nope, they're going to be heading right back to the lobby. We got a little situation where somebody didn't have the right loadout, somebody didn't have the right ping, one or the other. Or somebody didn't have the right connection.
No ping, no party. Bobby needs more mods. Guys, I have plenty of mods, but I usually stream at 9 a.m. and not 9 p.m., so they're all asleep right now. Sorry. You guys, you know what? We can just turn on sub only, okay? Or you guys could just behave. Up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts.
Either way.
Because I'm not just going to start randomly modding dudes in chat that I've never seen before, you know? Also, the mods are here. They're just having to work a lot.
Yeah, we can't see them type because they're too busy deleting the nonsense.
Uh-huh. They're working a lot right now. Like, there's a lot of deleted messages.
We got 1K, 1,000 people in chat right now, okay?
It's not.
It doesn't matter if you got 50 mods or, if you got one. It's going to be overwhelming a lot.
All right. We're waiting for the one loadout change. It must be somebody from NYSL that had the wrong thing on, but hopefully they get everything squared away. Yes, Ghoul. Oh, Space has to restart his phone. Interesting.
Oh, gotcha.
I did hear in the listen in that he said he was lagging, so that makes sense.
I mean, you couldn't tell he was lagging in that search and destroy meltdown, bro. He literally hit 2 of the most clutch shots in the game, point blank, and then the flick of a lifetime on sniper perch. So we'll allow him the opportunity to get everything restarted, reset, maybe. Refresh. No excuses after this point, right? It's now or never. You either win or you lose. There's nothing you can say afterwards. Obviously, Twitter is where we'll find a lot of trash talk, or we'll find a lot of hip hip hoorays. But right now it's being fought in the trenches. So we'll see who stands out on top here and who's heading home, and no opportunity for a prize pool. This is good night, bro. I was looking at the prize pool breakdown. What is it? 3K for NA?
Uh-huh. They got the big bucks.
Number one, big bucks, bro. I was looking at EU. It's like, we got $1,100, man. That's a lot of line. And you got top tier competition across the board, and we're getting some epic quarterfinal matchups to start us off with.
It's some juicy action on our hands. We're gonna attempt to get loaded back into lobby. Everybody said, yeah, Bobby, just turn on sub only. Then everybody in chat says, oh, Bobby's just greedy and he's only here to get us to subscribe to him on Trovo. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and you guys will survive. Just everybody say, yay, go team that I'm cheering for. Raballo is going to be the first one to push for trailer right here. He's going to, at the very least, be able to hop on in. There's a couple players in the backside looking to push on through, but there's a lot of mayhem in the feed right now. 3 straight, more than likely going to allow them to start pushing out toward that B flag. Yuhi very weak in the top side at 10, and he'd like to be able to clear things out right here, but not going to be able to do a whole lot. Zygnus looking to flip over on C, and they're going to be able to clear things off, but not before C goes into control for Zygnus, who's got the double cap locked down. Space trying to go for the solo over here, and Nero all alone on the inside of Wood. They are going to be able to take C back for themselves, but Zygnus going to be able to stack a little bit of a lead off the start.
Yep, they've already got about 25% progress on the B cap, but here comes Nero. He's got a pal this time around. Doesn't matter. Zygnus shut it down. A-side push. Not going to be allowed in this town. Zygnus starting off on a bit of a tangent, man. They are firing all cylinders. Bad thing is they haven't been able to capitalize on it. You're thinking you got your team split, or you got your opposing team split. You're thinking maybe you hop the B side at some point, but Mayhem have done a great job of, you know, maintaining composure, keeping it competitive, but as long as Zygnus are continuing to get 3 in the feed, they're going to get B caps all day long, and there it goes. About a minute and a half in the round finally does the deed, and that is going to be, yet again, Zygnus with the upper hand in the beginning of this domination firing range.
Well, Nero's already on 5 right now, but he's going to get taken out on the rotation out of Wood. Little B finds 1 before getting taken down, and right now Zygnus very close to a triple cap. We're going to be able to get C control right there. NYSL flipping for A. Raballo shut down. Little B slowly making his way up, but he's shut down as well, and Carlino's finally going to be able to push on through, but not before the triple cap goes in play for Zygnus. And they are off to quite a start right now.
Yeah, they are. You can see the troops are going to be spawning right there on the shower side of things. A lot of control in the 10 side. You got 2 players there. They're going to be taken down a little, or Nero going to continue to shoot bodies. It doesn't matter if they're down or not. Triple cap. He's going to be on a 3 spree, and he is in a bit of a heater. Looking for a 4th? Absolutely. Headshots capping off the Banana Mac. Looking pretty solid right there. And I gotta say, the triple cap yet again gonna be pressed. Nero might be balling out. He might be on 14, but where is the rest of the squad at? Where are Mayhem? Give the man some support.
He's gonna still be lurking around, trying to build those streaks right now. It's pretty much all Mayhem has going for themselves. Might be able to get the assist right there, but like you said, you need help from the team. He's going to be able to lock down the Pred missile. And 1 player rotating through mid. He's going to be able to get that one too. So pretty close to a lightning strike. Yuhi's on the top side. Finally able to shut down those streaks. And going into this half, NYSL going to be in a rough spot as Zygnus has not given an inch on that B flag.
No, they haven't. As a matter of fact, they put a lot of pressure on. 2 triple caps coming through. The lead, the momentum, the speed, the intensity, it's all Zygnus right now. It has been primarily them the entire game. First half almost coming down to the wire. It's 93-40. We're looking at a bit of a deficit for Mayhem to overcome. They finally stacked a B cap. But with only a minute left and only 5 points needed for the side of Zygnus. I mean, where was this kind of team push towards the B side earlier? Obviously, they couldn't get the kills to stack up. Nero was a 1-man, like, wrecking ball. Bro was literally, like, feeding 6 in the feed at a time, 5 in the feed at a time. He's double digits, first one to get there, but all that effort only to be down by 49. It's just Mayhem. You got to do a better job of keeping it close early.
Yeah, they just really struggle to get the momentum. I obviously got to look at Little B in space. Little B looked pretty good there in the hard point. Right here in the domination, 6 and 15 space. One of their top fraggers, 7 and 14 here in the domination. They've got to find their footing right here. They're going to be able to come through, and Little B with starting things out with an Annihilator kill. Definitely solid. They got to get more map control right here, and he's going to let the Annihilator go to waste. That's never a good sign. Not going to be able to get the 2nd kill right there either, and that's going to allow Zygnus to go ahead and get B control off the start once again.
And Mayhem really only have one thing going for them, and that's a Nero. He's kind of frying. He's got 2 score streaks to work with, and that could be huge, but the longer you allow Zygnus to maintain this double cap, the harder it's going to be, and time is certainly going to be a factor. But right now, it's Kimwax and Zygnus all just holding the fort down. Here comes the Predator missile. Burned it a little early in my opinion because you didn't really get much off of it. And as a matter of fact, you weren't able to capitalize on a cap too. They're just kind of spinning their wheels now. So 126-64, literally doubling the points. Zygnus just continuing the rock and roll here in the domination, and firing range is a brutal one if you allow it to be. And Zygnus, they're okay with punishing you here in this dom.
Yeah, Mayhem just hasn't really been able to find any rhythm off the start of both halves, allowing Zygnus way too much time to push up and get that B control, and they've made them pay big time now, well into triple cap territory, and especially with only 3 minutes left, it just doesn't really seem super feasible for NYSL to make a comeback happen right here. Obviously, those lightning strikes gonna come through. They're able to get B control right here, but Nero's once again got the purifier out. That's not going to be able to reach the B flag right there. Death Machine, the hands of Raballo, going to be able to take down one. They're able to keep things clear. And that apparently wasn't Nero's lightning strike that was called in initially. So NYSL, it's still possible for them to win. But once again, they've got to lock down the triple cap for a long time. That's what they're trying to do right here. They do get the triple cap, but once again, you got to look at the question of time as well.
Yeah, you do. It's 2 minutes and a half. There's plenty of time to get the score recovered, right? You got to hold this triple for a little long. And what better way to do it than have Nero, the demon of the team, holding down the A site. Now he's going to be taken down. Zai looking to get the solo in, but here comes the cavalry. It is going to be Carlinhos. Holger in hand. He is shutting it down, but two players push in. Here come the streaks. The triple cap, it's going to stick. 30-point deficit to cover. And A is still in Mayhem's court. They're going to pop the cluster. The players are going to be on it. They're going to be big-time plays in this big-time game 3.
I can't believe that hit A in time. He's going to be able to get the Annihilator out as well. This is looking doable right now. There's a minute 40 left. They're going to give up A right there, but they're no longer in triple cap territory, probably. And it looks like they're going to be able to get A back as well. NYSL has absolutely clamped this. A triple, no, a double going to go through onto C. That's going to clear off a little more triple cap time for them as well. Now only 12 points needed for them to make the comeback happen. The only question is time, and Little B getting streaks here again. He's got the lightning strike, and if he can get that C control, that might seal the deal. He's hopping on right there, not going to be able to lock it down, but they might still be able to get the win with a minute left.
They might. C's going to be recovered. Here comes the lightning strike. It's going to only find. It didn't get the person up B. But sure enough, the kills come through. Mayhem are going to hold off the push. No, the kill comes through for Zygnus. What is going on?
Who's cluster? It's NYSL's.
It's Mayhem's.
I don't know if they have enough time now. Oh,
no, they don't. The lightning strike on B, it didn't get a single hit, bro.
That had to be a trophy, right?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at it. Why didn't we use the cluster? That is a preventative tool, and I think that was a fat finger from Little B, and he just let it ride. And right here, Zygnus are going to let it ride. They're going to fill it here in the Game 3 victory. They might have just got grace this game.
Wow. NYSL did everything right there in the second half, with the exception of that lightning strike. Whether it was a trophy system, whether that was a fat finger, whatever it was. Whoo! Zygnus pulling off something crazy right there. They still get the win here in game 3.
Bro, I don't know if you would have been able to do this solo, man. I'm doing
died.
a duo with you. Yeah, we would have literally seen Bobby croak right live on.
I gotta go get a drink. I'll be right back. Holy freak!
Yeah, go do your thing, bro. Oh my, it is intense. Zygnus able to come through with just enough momentum and maybe a little bit of selling on behalf of the lightning strike. I won't blame Little B because bro was frying. He was boasting this Mayhem squad to have a fighting shot in the second half. They get the triple cap to stick, but the lightning strike that hits B does not take a single player out. The cluster strike didn't come through in time the second time around. And right now, Mayhem, they are going to slip out of this game 3. And Zygnus, they are happy as can be. As you can see it, I don't know if Bobby had the scores up, but I gotta say it was a battle to the end. 21-30 for Kimwax at the top of the feed. It's gonna be Zygnus, Zai with 34 and 29, 9 caps to go along with it. Envoy 27 and 25, 11 caps for both Envoy and Kimwax. Good night, bro. On Mayhem side, you got 33 and 32 Robalo. You don't see a ton of positivity in the feed, but when you're playing the objective, you've got 8, 16, 24, 31, 30, 38 caps in total for this Mayhem squad. Not enough to battle it out, and it came down to the last few seconds. I mentioned it earlier. I called it. All right, somebody pay me, because if I was betting, man, I would have got paid tenfold. That game came down to the wire, and time was a factor, and it literally dwindled, and we didn't even reach 200. It was still an epic game.
Okay, we're back. My cough from COVID has not quite yet completely gone, and it is currently doing its best to resurface, so I have to be a little bit more careful in managing my voice. Whew, that was a crazy game number 3 right there. But we've still got at least one more on our hands. Game number 4 is going to be Raid Hardpoint. At this point,
Raid Hardpoint.
Yeah, at this point, I just don't even know who to give the advantage to. Both teams have had ridiculous streaks. Zygnus has done a better job of closing things out, but a lot of it's been on the back of like mistakes out of Mayhem. Like I just don't even know what to expect out of this one. Obviously, the only thing we really can expect is for this to be a fantastic matchup.
Indeed. I think we'll do... I was reading chat. They were kind of upset we didn't do listen-ins, and I guarantee you we'll do listen-ins for the next game, okay? I know I feel that pain. We wanted to hear the comms, and obviously in the heat of the moment, we got carried away and we couldn't help ourselves, okay? Let us enjoy ourselves just a little bit, because that one was just... I mean, I don't know, bro. It was so back and forth. It was so close towards the end. It came down to one moment where a lightning strike sold, and on the backs of that, the B cap comes through. And again, I mean, if we had done callouts, maybe we'd have been able to hear what was going on, but I'm thinking back to it. It's like you've got score streaks galore. If you're a little B, you've got a cluster and a lightning strike. You choose to pop the lightning strike at first, and the cluster probably would have been a better, instance, because you had plenty of time to close off the gap before that B cap came through. But I mean, there's no point in crying over spilt milk, right? We're right back in it now. It's a make or break moment here for Mayhem. They're on the brink of elimination, and Zygnus, well, they just need one more to close it out.
The one thing I will say is the hard point feels like a must-win for Zygnus. I know that's weird to say, is with Zygnus being the team that has the lead. I don't see them winning an S&D versus NYSL. Obviously, we've said that in the past. Yes, they're a very strong S&D team, but especially in this matchup with Titio being absent, it did not feel like Zygnus had what it took to keep even with NYSL and Mayhem. I think they need to be able to capitalize right here, get the win in Search and Destroy, and end things in 4. Otherwise, it is going to be incredibly difficult for them to get the win here in this matchup. They do a good job right here getting the break on P1. It does look like Carlino's going to be able to push back in, get some scrap time right here. I mean, there's still 20 seconds to be had, so I wouldn't even call that scrap time by any means, but smoke still all around. No guarantee you're going to be able to get the majority of it. The main concern is the early rotation, and it looks like NYSL in a pretty good spot to do that right now.
Yeah, you can see it. They're going to be like kind of funneling through the front side of Kitchen. Is you can see it's kind of hot and spicy now as the break comes through. It is going to be 3 players stacking the hill. Mayhem are going to have the advantage off the rip of being on the point, but the spawn sites are not solidified. Well, scratch that. It is Chemwax coming through with the upsets, the shots. Nero is one. He's going to be taken down. They cover all odds and ends. They maintain the spawn sites. That's a little bit of relief here for the side of Zygnus as we are battling back and forth. Saw a very epic P1, and it is coming down to an epic P2, too. As we can see, the contest coming from all angles. Space going to be able to prevail. Going to keep things alive in this P2 kitchen site rotation. Now it's 28 seconds. Plenty of scrap time. Don't want to make the same mistakes of games past, and rotating early on a P3 might not be the best play.
Oh, yeah, this is one that can really go both ways. We got a lot of Mayhem players right. Oh, we have the entire Mayhem roster rotated out already. Obviously still some scrap time, but they've got the lead right now. Yuhi's the only player in position to make a play, and he's going to get taken out right here. So we'll see if Mayhem can capitalize on that early rotation. But like we said, with the hardpoint spawns working the way they are, they don't always necessarily pay off. I would consider this the only money hill on this map. So the fact that they've got really 3 players locking things down right now is a good sign for Mayhem, despite all the smokes that you see going through right there. They've been able to mitigate those pretty well so far, and looking like they could continue to be able to do so, especially if Space is able to get this final shot. He does, and that's going to be big as they continue to stack this time, now up 50.
Yeah, take this. They can't allow Mayhem to continue to, feed off of them right here. You can see just all red in the feed. Mayhem going to be able to rack up a few score streak. Space, Predator missile in hand. Rapallo halfway there to a Predator as well. And with lightning strikes being earned, clusters right around the corner as well. That's a free one right there. And streaks galore. Can't see those burn too quickly, but the TAC 5 is going to be popped. Mayhem looking for a big P4 rotation. Well, it is going to be the top side of the staircase where we're going to see they have the spawn. So rotation through for Zygnus might not be panning out early, but it doesn't matter about them too much. They're slow to start, strong to finish. Can Mayhem stand this game for the distance? Because, we've seen them in several opportunities able to close out that first hardpoint round. They need to close this one out to see a game 5.
Well, Space has just fully invested every single one of his streaks, and I would think that means that he feels pretty confident he's going to be able to get more. I don't understand how it's all NYSL in the feed, and they still don't have hardpoint control. Not entirely sure what's happening right there. Space reads that perfectly onto Yuhi, and now finds himself pretty close to getting a Pred missile, but NYSL is still nowhere close to the hardpoint right now. Zygnus completely clamping things right here, and they're climbing their way back into the game once again. Obviously, it's an objective-based game mode. If you don't play the objective, you're not going to win the game, and now it's starting to be a little bit more Zygnus-sided in the feed as they continue to stack things up, and they're going to be able to rotate early. If they can find a little B right here, it could be big, but he's going to be able to get the shutdown onto Chemwax.
Yep, ringside control is crucial as you're looking at the rotation through. Laundry is where the spawn sites are at, and I gotta say, Mayhem are reading this one picture perfect. It is a lockdown for the rotations, but again, Mayhem may be in the feed, they may be getting the kills, but they have not hopped the point at all on this P5 rotation. Of course, it's out in the open, and Zygnus, they're not ashamed. There ain't no shame in the game of this P5 hill. They're gonna hop it. They got one there, and Justin, he is just soaking it up. The push to Zig, he's gonna get some shots on Carlinhos. Zig control is still gonna be in Mayhem's favor, but the collapse here from Zai as he is right here on the outskirts of red, looking to see if these players are gonna fall in. And with the P1 reset coming up, I'm thinking we didn't get a chance to do a listen-in with Zygnus. Let's go ahead and buckle up and jump into their VCs to see how the comms sound as we get this second rotation in full.
All right, let's hop in with his Zygnus listening.
Tiene tag, tiene tag, tiene tag.
Otro está tocado.
Dale, 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 dale.
No tenía balas, Wizard.
Ven, ven, ven.
Escalera de Laundry, escalera de Laundry, escalera de Laundry, escalera de
Van
Laundry.
Laundry, van Laundry.
Dos top laundry, dos top laundry.
Dos Laundry. Se lanzó uno.
Se lanzaron los dos, güey.
Dos
Que
Laundry.
los sumos, güey,
Está en
los
Blackman.
sumos.
En Black One a la izquierda, güey.
Blue one.
Este güey tiene algo.
Blue One un tirito. A la madre, güey.
Queda uno en palmas, purificador. Entró.
Pilares. Punto. Muerto punto, otro más, Puri en punto.
Tocado.
No, sigue Puri en punto, güey.
Palmas,
Y uno
palmas,
palmas,
palmas a un
y
tiro.
uno
Palmas y el top laundry, güey. Nos capturaron los
Laundry,
60,
laundry,
mamón.
laundry, laundry hay uno, top laundry.
Venga.
Venga, 2 picks, me mató el de Londres.
Punto sigue purificador, güey. Muerto Puri, no, está un tiro. Buena.
Oh, los
Hay que
demás
pushar
rotamos,
laundry,
los demás
hay que
roten, los demás
Dale,
roten.
güey, no. Hizo perfecto. Ay, güey.
Vamos
Dobles,
laundry,
dobles, dos dobles.
Laundry side.
Tiro humo de árbol.
Hay 2 en punto mínimo, güey.
So it is going to be a late break going in for Zygnus right there, but NYSL already rotated out early onto P1. Right now, Zygnus looking to break in from the back. That Sparrow did not go where he wanted it to. Going to be able to find Yuhi, but Space getting beamed there as well. Bala looking to reinforce with this death machine. It's Zygnus swarming from every angle possible. Nero getting beamed as well. Envoy's on 5 right now, trying to make it 6. The Pred missile should be enough to do so, as he's going to go ahead and clear out that front area. And once again, a clinical break right here out of Zygnus.
Yeah, Zygnus hop the hill, they get the break, and they are cooking in kitchen right here. The rotations through. Mayhem learning from a mistake of pass. Look at that. 15 seconds left on that clock. They're going to be able to get that scrap time and maintain the advantage as well as that lead. The kills coming through for Nero. Look at where the players for Zygnus spawn out. They are nowhere in sight with 3 seconds left to go. Big factor now. Just does win a big gunfight, but the damage is done. The spawns are kind of wonky, and nobody with a clear advantage other than the fact that Zygnus have that cluster strike holding off the rotation through the front side.
And honestly, had that one gunfight maybe gone a little bit different on the inside of Garage, NYSL would probably have control, but Zygnus goes big. And because of that, they're going to be able to capitalize a lot. Little B gets one cleared out from the inside of the hard point, but it's still all Zygnus. Another drops, but it's Yuhi there for the trade. We talked about this being a money hill. Zygnus trying to make the most out of it, and their bank account's looking pretty fat as a result. Little B not going to be able to find one there as well, and it is a whole lot of blue in the feed. Is once again Zygnus coming back, starting to close the gap, and if Zai can win a few gunfights right here, this could be huge.
It's going to be a massive now, as you can see the early rotations. He's going to take the top side approach. You got one player down low in Space. He finds this kill. It's going to be massive. He doesn't peek the corner. Space wins the gunfight, but he is going to be taken down. Another trade coming through. Nero picking up the slack. This is a big P4 the second time around. Is it going to be a big one for Mayhem, though, because they gave up a lot of time, and a little bit of that gap has been covered. It's 3 seconds as we see it now. The contest is going to be shut down. Oh, what the heck? Did Envoy just spawn to the backside of the court? He's got a death machine. The break comes through. I am in shambles. The spawn's wonky as all get out. And Zygnus are right back in the courtside affair. Second time around, looking pretty promising. Mayhem, they need to get a break. They need to maintain the advantage they have lost. As Zygnus are rallying up to close this one out. It is it's too close to call right now, Bobby. It is literally 2 points now, but Mayhem starting to get a little bit more stability on the court side. They strapped up the high tops. They're looking for some dunks, some half-court shots, whatever they can get their hands on. It's 10 seconds left. Still a little bit of scrap time to scrap for. And Zai, he is not afraid to jump in the pits with this Mayhem squad.
I have 100% accepted the fact that I will never understand how that hard point works, even a little bit. Just absolute madness every time anyone hops on. Roballo immediately knocked off of his death machine by a purifier right there, and Mayhem probably wishing they could have that one back. Another purifier knocked out as well. The lead continues to dwindle as now the pressure onto Little B to try to get a couple big kills. He finds one right there. Yuhi on the push on in. Little B shuts that down as well. Nobody on the hard point, but Zygnus hopping back on, and Little B still stacking those kills. I think that's 4 in a row for him right now, and he's going huge. I don't know why he's using a pistol right now, but he's going to be able to slide the corner as well. If he can win one on the inside of kitchen, it'll be big, but he gets shut down. Mayhem They can win it here. They only need 10 seconds. Pressure's on for Zai. He needs to get the push in. They don't have a whole lot of time to work with, and it's all NYSL in the feed. We might be going to game 5, and yes, we are. 250 to 227. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a game 5 S&D.
Yo, that hardpoint super epic. The P3 hold from Zygnus closes the gap. We head over to the court side. Even with one player from Zygnus literally spawning on the opposite end of the court. How? We don't know. We don't know how spawns work, all right? We're not mathematicians. We don't, have just the ridiculous answers to ridiculous questions, but it didn't matter. Mayhem prevailed. They get the break. They get the hold. They get a majority of the P4 where they weren't successful before on the first rotation round. Second time, lockdown. P5, lockdown. Little B, solid. Didn't miss a single shot. The bad thing was the timer on that Annihilator. They need to increase that timer, and they need to decrease the timer of the Purifier, right? I think that would make it a little more balanced, because you can literally run on if all 4 quarters of the map with a Purifier and it'd still be live, right? 250 to 227, Mayhem. They take the bag, and ladies and gentlemen, our voices are going to be shot tomorrow because we've got a second game 5 right around the corner.
I hope you guys were not banking on me streaming in the morning, because I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, you got to give big credit to Zygnus for that being close at all. There was nobody negative on NYSL. Little B was plus 13, Spaces plus 10, Rabal was plus 7. They got outslayed really hard, and they still kept that incredibly close. So they played that about as well as they possibly could have. But we got a game 5 on our hands, and they're gonna have to give it their all, because it's search and destroy. And that's the bread and butter for this NYSL team.
Yeah, I think it is the bread and butter of this Mayhem team, but I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen them, other than the search and destroy we saw earlier, the meltdown. Obviously, they put up when they need to. They haven't been as focused on search and destroy performances as they have in the past. I've seen them shift gears into, some heavy hardpoint wins. I mean, you see it. They've got the numbers for the kills. I think they still lack a huge presence in the OBJ, even though you got Nero, who continuously plays the objective regardless of what the scenario is. I still feel like they need to have a little bit better of a first hill rotation through. It got a little dicey towards the end. Nonetheless, they pull the bag out. I think this one's going to be a battle of snipers. I think Zai could be a huge impact for this Zygnus roster. And I also feel like if you get those first few kills with him popping off and doing what he does best, but I think Justin Yuhi could also make a huge impact for Zygnus. So I can't really call this one. I know you want to favor Mayhem. I just think this one's still going to be a toss-up.
Oh, it's definitely going to be close. The thing is, Zai has not had a huge impact, and I think that was one of the things that, especially not even in this matchup, but this season, I think Zygnus fans especially, were really excited because he was coming off a 20 kill S&D for 11T in one of the final games of either the season or the playoffs or whatever it was. Like, he was looking next level with the sniper, and just hasn't really had any of those type of performances so far for Zygnus. So I think that's one thing that a lot of Zygnus fans are looking for, is for Zai to really show up and make that sniper dominant the way that it was in the past. I think if he can do that, absolutely no question they can take the search and destroy. But I think they need to see him show up in a big way.
Definitely going to have some big shoes to fill. Obviously, he has been one of the most dominant snipers in LATAM, regardless of what team he's been on. I have to agree with you there as far as his presence in search and destroy here recently. The snipers, or the snipes, have just not been what they were before, and we're going to see if he can step up when it matters the most, because it's make or break moment for both teams. Obviously, you still got two very talented snipers on the opposite end of the court too, in Space and Little B. Obviously, they're going to be on the defense to start the search or destroy off. I'll be interested to see who actually does play that sniper role, or if they're both going to fill it, or is Little B going to opt to pick up that banana Mac that he is kind of been balling out with. Or, I know I saw him in the search or not the search, but the domination game, drop the banana Mac and pick up the kilo, and he was absolutely like frying. My guy was, just waist deep in kills. it's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out because it's down to the nitty-gritty. This is the last game for both teams. Potentially, how are we going to see this one play out?
If you guys are watching the replay of the stream on YouTube, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more COD mobile content. Thanks, guys. Just waiting for Nero to ready up, and then we should be good to go for the finale. Oh my, how the frick is this only the we get 2 best of 5s in the freaking quarterfinal? It's a good thing that they didn't do it, because coming into this, I was like, oh, I can't believe we're doing it for 3 nights now. We've only ever done it for 2 nights, and we did 4 matches on the first night and then 2 matches on the second. If we had done 4 matches tonight, we would have been up till 1 o'clock in the morning. So shout out to the admins for knowing ahead of time that this was going to go down to 2 best of 5s, because I would have been dying tomorrow.
We already heard you call out, so you know tomorrow's morning stream completely out the window. If we would have had more than 2 matches a night, I think we both would have been in a coma, because I solo casted earlier, and let me tell you, homie, it was not good. It is never good on the vocal cords. Right here, we're going back and forth. I know you're still battling with the COVID after effects, but you know what? We've got an epic one, and it is probably going to be bouncing out. What is Space doing? Is he AFK again? No, the kills are going to come through. Nobody's going to leave out the Space. He's going to be reconnecting. My guy is on ultra lag right now.
Oh my gosh. Just. Oh, is it going to be able to get the kill right there? I don't know. There was a player in top shops right there. Okay, well, that was a 5-0 round. That was done so freaking fast that if you blinked, you might have missed it. But that was definitely not a normal round. I don't know if Space is having connection issues. I know we've had him leave to restart his device a couple of times, but looks like he has fully rejoined us. Surprise, surprise. Little B out of first blood. Zai drops off the start right there. Just is going to be able to find one. But the momentum start for Little B right there, definitely a good sign for Mayhem.
There goes Nero. Back alley Bandit going to be able to take down one as well. It's going to be Just. Was able to fend off a few. He got 3 in the feed last round. Now he is going to be nerfed into the next. Is Little B on the Tyrant. The shots just connecting. Starting to get in the groove, that flow state that we were mentioning earlier. Right here, he's going to have the test of the wits. It's going to be Yuhi on the contest. No, he's going to opt to push all the way through. It's 2v4. These players got to split up a little split. Little B is going to get 1 free one right there, but Yuhi's going to get 2 in return, and now it's all on Space and Carlinios with a minute left. Still plenty of time to cause a bit of mayhem. Can Yuhi clutch it up? It would be the 1v4 right here, as he's got 2 under his belt. Space right here on the box's side. He's on the cheeky jump up. Looking for the rotation through. He just might get a free one. If Yuhi doesn't peek. The COD timing!
The timing!
Why? Bro.
That's so unfortunate right now. You got Carlino right on the backside. He's going to see Yuhi. He's going to give away his location right there. No, he reads it wrong! I don't know where he thought he was, but did Yuhi just 1v4? I'm pretty sure Yuhi just 1v4.
Yeah, he 1v4. Yeah, he 100% 1v4.
Man, that's rough. That's
that's a ball drop, bro.
That feels like a backbreaker for NYSL. They got to find a way to bounce back right here. That's gonna be tough.
I mean, you had that one, bow and ribbon, right? Just seal it, sign it, deliver it, put it on the footsteps, the doorsteps, whatever, bro. It was not the case. Yuhi, the god tier. Now the bomb's gonna go down. Rapallo half health, and nade shots gonna be felt right here, but he's gonna be able to recover. Now the push through the mid site. You got 5 players on the retake for both. Just gonna be able to evacuate courtside, looking for the push out. Nope, he's gonna bait the opponent. Envoy finding first. Little B dropping, and it is all Zygnus in the feed. Another flawless round under their belt. Rapallo, I don't think it's gonna matter, homie. 17 seconds on the clock. Doesn't matter what you do in this gunfight. Time's been wasted. It's gonna come to a dwindle of Mayhem. They're going to fall victim to 3 rounds in a row. Solid attack strats coming through for the side of Zygnus, and they are on another level on the attack so far.
Yeah, it could be it, and it could be one of those scenarios where the momentum completely changes when we flip offense to defense. That's one of the downsides of COD Mobile doing search and destroy the way that it does, is you can have such a big swing early on, but NYSL's got to go big. The snipers do so. They get 2 early picks. Raballo, you saw Zai right there. He's going to get the kill, but a couple go in for the fraggers of Zygnus, and just like that, we're into a 2v2. I believe Raballo got spotted from mid right here, so now he's going to back up with space, and we'll go ahead and reevaluate as the Zygnus players now move out and just backed up on the A-bomb site. Should have plenty of space to be able to go pick that sucker up. Don't know if he's going to go for it yet, and we do have space up in the top side. Looks like he's ready for it, and I think he probably got that info on the cross. Raballo's going to find Yuhi, and now a 1v2 for Just, but right now, Zygnus, no stranger to big clutches.
Oh, no strangers. Yuhi's dropped. That's a little bit of a sign of relief. Well, he still got Just roaming the map, really. Does get the bomb, heady plant. Now you saw it rotates the backside. I don't know if this is the play, homie. You've got 2 to deal with. They've got the bomb head glitch advantage now, and you just literally give them the advantage that you took initially. Big gunfight right here. His space just needs to waste time. It doesn't matter if he wins the gunfight. He does so, and that is going to be Mayhem bouncing back 1 round under their belt. Now, I got to say, they've been slapped around for 3 rounds in a row. Finally starting to get their grip about it. We saw this earlier. 2 rounds, they fell victim to Zygnus's attack strats. Well, that's when things started to click for Mayhem. Can they make it happen yet again? Is this going to be the last round of the attack for Zygnus? Last round on the defense here for the Mayhem squad. And Zai looking to post up right here on the box side. Yuhi with the aggressive push. He's going to find Carlinio. Zai through the wall right there is going to be able to get the bang. No, it's Little B through Deli. He's dropped now. 4 players left for Zygnus. Only 3 left standing. Make it 2. Yuhi just being an absolute demon. How does he...
He had no business winning that. Space didn't hit a single pistol bullet onto him. Now Nero, 1 HP left. Not going to be enough to clutch up right there. Mayhem in a rough spot right now. They find themselves down 3 rounds. The recipients of a 1v4, Carlino yet to find a kill. And despite all of his success so far in this matchup, Nero finding no momentum. They got to find a way to go big right here. We'll see if they can do it. But with 2 players already down, not a great spot for Mayhem. They've got no map control, and now a 2v4 for them, dropping left and right. Their backs are up against the wall big time.
Yeah, this is the moment it all comes down to. It's 5-1. It's match point. Zygnus looking to edge Mayhem out, and they can certainly do it in this 1 round alone. The attack first round through looked kind of disastrous for Mayhem. Need to play for picks here. As you can see, they are literally against the wall, as Bobby just mentioned. It's been a moment of tragedy as Zygnus just continuing with the momentum. They are going to lose 2 off the rip. Little B going to be able to find 1 and Just. Yuhi's down to the 2 demons. The terrors for the Zygnus roster. They combined for 17. The last 3 alive combined for 11. Those are pretty decent odds for Mayhem. And now it's the 1-1-1 split. Envoy able to play his ones, able to win 1 big gunfight, and Carlinhos is dropped. He's going to be still killless as the back alley push doesn't pan out. Now a space. Oh my god, where did he hit that shot? It's a wall bang. He's going to be able to find 1 as well. Now Zai looking to get the upper hand. He's got the bomb heady, but it's only a matter of time before these players push up. Space, he has no idea where he's at. Zai is on the tractor side. Going to be able to find 1. Does indeed. Zai's 1 shot. Is he going to be able to stay alive? The movement doesn't pan out. And now it's all on Envoy. Mayhem, they've kept the dream alive for 1 more round. Can they close it out, though?
That should be an easy kill for Envoy, but it's not. Oh my gosh, I thought there was absolutely no chance. Space hits it on a sliding Mac 10, but it didn't matter. And right now, if you're Mayhem, watching Little B's POV, that looked like flow state Little B. So we're gonna hop back to what things are looking like for him. They need him to pop off big time right here. But Zai goes huge. That's his first blood right there. The weakened NYSL defense trying to make something happen. Did he wallbang him? I'm looking at Zai. I'm trying to remember where he even died from. He definitely didn't wallbang him, but...
It was a wallbang.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's...
Right as he was going down the staircase, it's tough. You can see Yuhi, 10 kills on board, opting to pick up the Locust. Rapallo wins one, but...
that we're used to right there. He finds space, trying to retreat. Top market as well. They got man advantage. Again, time and time, they've been able to make the big plays, and right now, Zygnus on the brink of closing this out. Just watching that back alley. Not going to spot anybody out right now, and all right, and NYSL is getting collapsed on right now. They got to make a move one direction or another. Otherwise, they are going to be surrounded from all angles. Nero's got the bomb in hand. Still got the breadstick in hand as well. And right now, they're backing up, but it's too many players, and who else but Zai to make the shot right there. Nero's going to be able to find one. It's in a 2v3, but like I said, they're getting collapsed on it. It's all down to Carlino. He needs a 1v3 right here to make it happen. He can pick up the bomb. As he gets spotted by Yuhi, he does. That seals it right there. Zygnus comes storming back. They dominate the search and destroy, and they'll be moving on to the semifinals.
I'm speechless, bro. We get this far into the best of 5, and it's a 6-2 blowout. Zygnus never gave Mayhem a room to breathe. That's exactly what you need to do if you want to take out an opponent like this. Is certainly Mayhem. You give them an inch, they'll take them out. Search and destroy. They have been so dominant. Well, guess what? Zygnus, they dominate this time around. They get the better, and they're going to be moving on to face off against Goofy Goobers on Thursday night. 11 kills on board for Yuhi, and 4 of those were a 1v4 clutch that Mayhem were in shambles after, and I don't really think they recovered after that.
No, they definitely did not. And that's the thing. That's the thing about so many of these things, especially whether it's a 1v4, whether it's a 120-point hardpoint comeback. So much of it at that point comes down to your mental fortitude and whether or not you can stand it. And most teams at this level, they can't. Like, it's easy to say we're not going to let it get to our heads, but it gets to your head when stuff like that happens. And Zygnus goes big, Yuhi goes big, and they're going to be moving on to the semifinals. But that's going to wrap things up for tonight. Thank you, Verdict, for last-minute casting with me. Obviously, not according to plan, but definitely was a blast to watch every single one of these 2 best of 5s. Definitely absolute bangers, and we will be back here on the Trovo channel on, what night is it? Thursday night for the semifinal action. So make sure you guys get your notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the action. Verdict, any final words?
Bro, you know I couldn't let you have all this fun by yourself. We got 2 best of 5s to go to distance. You would have croaked. I guarantee you it. I went like 3-1 in the first series, 3-0 in the second. And in the middle of the third or second series, I think we were in the search and destroy, and I was just like, bro, I can't do this anymore. I need help. It is fun just to have someone to talk to. So I was glad I was able to get home in time just to jump into this that first series. And bro, I mean, it was an epic one. I can't wait to see what's in store for Thursday.
Absolute bangers only. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm gonna go rest my voice and see if by some miracle I can actually stream tomorrow, but that's gonna be it for the stream. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks Verdict for casting, admins for doing your stuff, and players for bringing their A game. It's gonna wrap it up for the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and follow from wherever you are, and we'll see you guys in the next one.